I wasn't going to be a guy that intentionally stirred the pot. Okay, I told you I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, but you guys have finally got to me here. Okay, you have finally got to me. And we're sitting here now, and I'm thinking, should I wear this? Should I wear this and piss people off? Look at this, too. Big Sills, baby. 93. How you doing? Should I wear this? And I said, not cool. Even though, get this, even though I was the pre- and post-game show, okay? The pre- and post-game show for the Padres for 3 years. Okay? Well, wait a minute. Look at this. Look at this thing here, man. Think I should put that on anyway? Padres, how you doing? Manny Machado. Bryce Harper. That's going to be a fantastic series. Philly's going to be off the chain like it was in San Diego these last 2 days. Dude, this weekend is going to be a freak show. It's totally going to be a freak show, man. I can't wait to see. Actually, it's probably the first time that I'm sitting around watching a championship series in a long time. I covered the Padres for, I want to say 6 years. And as I said, I was the pre- and post-game guy for 3 of those years. Imagine that. Big Sills, National Football Show host, was a pre- and post-game show. By the way, now that I think about it, I've been the pre- and post-game show host for 3 baseball teams. The San Francisco Giants, the San Diego Padres, and the Miami Marlins. So 3 teams I've been the pre- and post-game show host to. So, yeah, man. How you guys doing, man? Appreciate it. Ton of stuff to get to. By the way, our boy Barrett Brooks is going to join us here in a couple minutes at 3:30 Eastern time. That'll be at the bottom of the hour here. William says Hassan Reddick left town on a bus for the bye week. I don't know. You really think you're getting all your money out of that front four? You got $45 million lined up in that front four. How do you think they've performed going into the bye? A, B, C, D. Outside of the Washington game. I don't know. See? Hey, and this just in. Fletcher Cox is what I said he was. You're going to get a couple great games. Then what you're going to get from him is no shows for 3. That's who you're going to get. And that ain't $14 million, my friends. That's not $14 million. Your schedule helps you on that one because people would attack that knowing full well that Fletcher Cox isn't the player that he was. I think Hardgrave's okay, but he's a spot guy too. You're totally not getting the value out of your front four. $45 million of your salary cap is tied into 3 guys. You think it's been productive enough? Okay. Sills is who we thought he was. A Hurts fan. Oh, I'm a Hurts fan? Yeah, I like the kid. Wouldn't want him as my starting quarterback. See, you can't compare crayfish to lobster. You can't. I mean, it's smaller. It looks kind of like a lobster, but it's not. It's got a completely different taste to it. Crayfish and lobster. Pick one. See, I'm a lobster guy. See, Jalen Hurts is a crayfish, and then there's lobster with Josh Allen. You pick the meal you want. I don't know. I mean, I know they kind of look the same. They look like the same guy. Oh, good, man. I appreciate it very much. Boy, I'll tell you what, we got a lot of areas to hit here, and I do want to start it out with Jalen Hurts. I'm going to ask you guys, honestly, a question that and I'm going to ask Barrett Brooks this question. Crow Daddies. Hurts is an elite quarterback. Watch this. Do you think truly when you see Jalen Hurts, you see a quarterback that can win a Super Bowl for you? Here's the metric that you're going to pay him on. Yesterday we were talking, what is the one thing he does exceptional? It's running. It's not throwing. What's the one thing he does today exceptional? Nobody would say, oh, 7th in passing. We got a great passing offense. Hey, Sills, don't worry about the passing touchdowns. I got you, brother. It's all good. Don't worry about it, kid. I got you. Okay, it's all good, brother. I got you. Big Sills, subtle shots. It's good. It's all right. You end up passing offense that scores points there, but that's okay. You're getting there, and it's getting better, as I've said. The one metric that you have to look at, how you're going to pay them and how you're going to move forward with them if you want to. Will you have Dak Prescott buyer remorse in 5 years or 3 years after you signed that enormous deal in Dallas? Would you say so? Yes. Do people think that Jalen Hurts will be better than Dak Prescott in 3 years? Do you? You think that you'll see a guy throw for and have the number one offense in the NFL? Last year, the Cowboys were number one. You think Jalen Hurts can lead the Eagles to the number one ranked offense in total yards? You think he can do that? Pay him for winning? Ray, they don't do that in San Francisco. And they're debating that in Baltimore. Pay him. You don't get paid for winning games today. You get paid for putting points up. You get paid for people watching your team. You get paid because owners love ratings today more than they actually do, I think, the records that their team put up every year. Jerry Jones doesn't give a shit about if he wins a Super Bowl. You know what Jerry Jones wins every year? The ratings battle. He's the most watched team. Think about this, for instance. Guys, 1 second. Let's take the wrestling angle away here. What's the one thing Jerry Jones wins every year? He's the most exposed television entity and property in sports in America. He's the number one sports watch team. Jerry Jones wins the ratings battle every year. That means the value of his team, the marketability of his team, the products that he sells with his team, the advertisers that go into an AT&T stadium to hang those banners up and to put their name on the stadium. Jerry Jones is winning every year that he's the owner of the Cowboys, and he doesn't have to win the Super Bowl anymore. All he has to do is talk a big game about it. Jerry Jones is a winner every year. He wins the most important thing, the most visibility for his sports franchise, which means the increase of the value of the team. Congratulations, Jerry. Winning's not a priority anymore. That's what the Cowboys are. Think he wins about whether or not he beats Philly, or that more people watch his team than any other team in the world. Why not, right? Did the Saints have buyer's remorse given a broken down Drew Brees in a second contract extension? Richie, they fell into him. The Saints and Mickey Loomis and Sean Payton fell into him. They wanted Dante Culpepper too, dude. Don't make it sound like, well, they got Breeze and, did they have buyer's remorse? They bought him for a bag of vittles. When the Saints signed Breeze, he was still injured. Are you nuts? What are you talking about? Revising history here? Bro, he was the second or third free agent that year behind Dante Culpepper. Everybody. Hey, Dante Culpepper ended Nick Saban's run as a potential Hall of Fame NFL coach because he chose wrong. Okay? They wanted Culpepper too, man. Culpepper played at UCF. He played in the South. They thought they were going to have a matchup. Dolphins offered more money. Stayed in the state of Florida. Culpepper's from Florida. I know the guy. Dak had the number one offense, got bounced in the first round. Oh, I so know. Think Jerry cared? $42 million. I commend Sills for sticking to his off-season negativity. Why? I said you'd play the Bills in the Super Bowl. Congratulations, Steven. How come that just constantly doesn't match up when you say that? I'm the first guy that predicted that you'd go to the Super Bowl. There's constant negativity. I got you in the Super Bowl losing to the Bills. And constant negativity. What a pimp. Holy cow. So funny. I love. Hey, Maniac, right? Your constant negativity and your constant Always assault on the – you're going to Super Bowl and you're going to beat the Bills. Or you're going to lose to the Bills in the Super Bowl. I'm missing it here. Where's the off-season negativity? Oh, man. Look at this one here, 85. Look, it comes prepared with stats. Since 2000, only 4 NFL quarterbacks have led their teams to 6-0 starts while totaling 12 touchdowns with 2 or fewer giveaways. Jalen Hurts, Tom Brady, Brett Favre, and Peyton Manning. There's one name that doesn't fit. Which one? Very simple. Which one of those names that 85 put up would you go, this is a trick question. It's got to be one of those names doesn't fit on who I'd want to have. Yeah. Would I take Jalen over Brady? Would I take Jalen over Brett? Would I take Jalen over Peyton Manning to beat me in a game? No. Oh, man. Way to go, 85. Holy shit, man. You got it going on. Hey, listen, I say this to you. Colin Kaepernick can get to a Super Bowl. So can Jalen. I think Colin Kaepernick and Jalen Hurts have a lot in common. They remind me of the same guy. Colin may be a little better, but, man, I love Peyton. I like Peyton Manning more now than I ever did when he played. Dan, you could be a real jerk-off, bud. You don't know greatness when you see it. That ain't greatness. You know what greatness is? That dude in Buffalo. That dude in Kansas City. Okay? That's greatness. That's greatness. Guy in Green Bay. That's greatness. Okay? That's greatness. That's spectacular. Yeah, you got a really big-time spectacular offense. How many explosive plays do you even have on that team? Do you remember anything? It's not a real high-powered offense. We're 7th in scoring. We're 14th. And what does Andrews say? He's on pace for 85 touchdowns. I was a big Peyton Manning. You know what? I've become a fan of both guys. I like the thing Eli does at Penn State. It's pretty cool. You take Hurts over Brady now? Yeah. No, I take that back. I can't now. For one game? No. To start my team? Yes. Because Brady's going to play 1 year. That's it. He's done here. But to play one game? No. Jalen Hurts is not beating Tom Brady. No, it gives me the shakes. Not Big Sills, not you. You don't get on anybody's nerves or underneath anybody's skin. You're a very likable fella. I enjoyed the show. How come, Ronald, that did not sound sincere? That dude at Buffalo has how many MVP awards? Yeah, you're right. You take Jalen, I'll take Josh Allen. Don't get butthurt over it. I'll take Josh Allen. I'll take the Olympic high hurdler and the guy who throws 75 yards in the air on a line darts. I'll take that guy. Hey, by the way, when contracts come up, do you think they're going to be waffling on a number for Josh Allen? Wait till that dude's contract comes up again. What do you think we pay him? 65? That dude's going to own a team. You're going to have to make him part owner. That guy's going to make – dude, Joe Burrow's going to get $500 million. Hurts, Peyote, Rodgers, F yes. So in one game, you take Jalen to beat Aaron Rodgers. Okay, well, that's not happening either. I am happy to have a young quarterback who seems to have his head on straight. Who cares if his head's on straight? Who just wants to get better every day. Now, I love that. I'm sure that is his attitude, and he'll get paid for it. Okay, Mitchell, look, that sounds right. Dan, we can win a ring with Jalen, says Ray. You guys think so? I do too. I think he can. I think the guy's smart. You know what's so great to say? When you watch Jalen Hurts play, and we've now grown a little bit when it comes to covering quarterbacks and all the quarterbacks, and I think some of you will understand where I'm saying and what I'm saying here. Jalen Hurts is such a smart quarterback, and he's athletic. You know how many times we used to say things about certain quarterbacks that, well, this guy's really athletic, and then you never really give him the credit for being really smart. Jalen is so smart. He is, man. This guy's got the same attributes that Tom Brady has on preparing for a game and getting himself ready to play a football season. He really does. I give him that. I totally see it. And I think he'd probably be a pleasure to be around in the locker room. By the way, I want to say something to you about Brady screaming at his O-line. Why do you think Tom Brady, besides the fact he has 7 Super Bowls, can scream at somebody like that? Can I tell you, one of the greatest lessons I ever was taught by a manager by the name of Joe Madden, who managed the Rays when I covered the Rays. Oh, I forgot. I did pre- and post-game for the Rays for a while, too. I did 4 baseball teams. Can you believe? I did more baseball pre- and post-game shows than I did NFL teams. That's nuts. Anyway, Joe Madden told me, I go, Joe, how can you connect with guys like Cliff Floyd and guys like Evan Longoria, David Price, and all these guys? You know what he said to me? He goes like this. You know, you have to have a personal relationship with each and every single guy in the building so they don't think it's destructive. When you have a personal relationship, this is why Brady wants to get to know everybody in the locker room, because when he has to be constructive, he doesn't want them to take it any other way than that. So that quarterback, something that Carson Wentz didn't understand and still doesn't understand to this day. Brady gets to know everybody because you know why? There's going to be a time during the season where he's going to have to be constructive. Again, not destructive. You can't start screaming at somebody if you don't have a personal relationship, because all you know, it comes from a place of hate. Somebody screams at me, I don't know you, you're going to have a problem. I know you, and I know what you're thinking, and I know what you're trying to do. It makes it better to hear. Jalen has that too. I believe that. That's why when Sirianni comes over to him, I think Sirianni is actually more emotional than Jalen is. Jalen keeps his poise more than Sirianni on the sidelines, especially when Sirianni's saying some stuff to him. Okay? Xander's like, want a Philly show? Nah, that's all right, man. I'll hang with football. I'm good. I don't want to talk to 5 people. Nah, that's all right, man. I'll hang with football, baby. Devin says he's good. Dude, I love Cliff Floyd. He was really a good dude, man. Hey, man, Joe Madden wasn't all that with the Angels. He wasn't. He surely was with the Cubs, though, when he won that World Series, and he was with the Rays. So I think Jalen has that same innate ability to talk to his teammates like that. By the way, don't forget Barrett Brooks, bottom of the hour. But I heard Barrett say that. I'm going to ask Barrett what the metric is and how they're going to start talking to him money-wise at the end of the season. Got to give it to him, man. He's really growing into the position. He's pretty close to nailing it down. I don't think he has. Okay? Because they really haven't won anything yet. They won admiration. I don't know what that means. You don't get a medal for that either, admiration. You won an opportunity to have a really nice start on your team. Okay? Jalen is a mature young man. I do think that. I think it's the way he's been coached by his dad from the beginning. Hey, Big Sills, what's more frustrating? Our soft second-half defense or lack of second-half scoring? That defense. Dude, put teams away. We said it yesterday. Put teams away. Okay. I have a question that I'm going to ask you here. November 1's coming around the corner. First and foremost, how many people think Howie Roseman is going to make a move? Do people think Howie's got one move where he goes after a player? I got a player circled, and I talked to somebody. I'm going to get your thoughts on him. You think Howie makes a move? 100% Philly D. I do, but not a splash move. I think he will get a DE. Steve, great minds think alike, my friend. Great minds think alike. I do too. Because he knows he's not getting enough pass rush. Hey, quite frankly, watch this. Your boy Hassan Reddick, he's there. then you don't see him. He's there, then you don't see him. I don't know. That's not exactly a game wrecker. It's not exact. Robert Quinn, no. 2 Carolina DEs, not sure if Burns is the answer. How about this guy? D. Ford, 49ers. There's word that the 49ers would shop the kid. I like him. And I think he's a playmaker, and I like his engine. D. Ford, defensive edge rusher for the 49ers. Now, I don't know if the Niners would make that move, but I have a plan here. And you tell me, by the way, okay, it's kind of a gamble, okay? Ray says Reddick and Sweat get the most snaps. Need to step it up. They do. This is what isn't he a free agent? Ronald nailed it. O-line depth is essential. I think you have it. Jeremiah, I love Ford, but he better be cheap. Okay, I've got a plan here. What do you think, guys? Trey Lance is out. Jimmy Garoppolo is a walking mass unit. We know this. The only reason that Jimmy Garoppolo is losing his job, it's not because of production or winning. It's because he can't stay healthy. He's already started the season injured. Would you deal Gardner Minshew to the 49ers, who need a backup quarterback to protect that team? Because if Garoppolo goes down, the Niners season's over. They're in the mix now for the NFC West. They're tied with everybody. I think everybody's 3-3 outside of tonight's Arizona team, who's 2-4. Okay? Would you? Yeah, I know. Ford's a free agent. I thought he was out. I thought he was still under contract with them, and they still had him. I thought they still had his rights. That's what I heard today, that they still had his rights. So is he a restricted free agent or is he unrestricted? Boy, I'll tell you what, if he's an unrestricted free agent, screw the whole Minshew deal. I would send maybe Gardner Minshew down to Carolina for one of those defensive ends, and I'd see if D. Ford wanted to come and play with me right now and add him to the pile. Okay? I thought the Niners still had dibs on him. I didn't know the exact. You guys are telling me he's unrestricted? Shit, man. Wow. Andy Reid released because he mucked the AFC Championship because of critical mistakes on offsides versus the New England Patriots. He was the offsides guy. Ford lined up offsides. Dude, so what? So wait a minute. You don't want Leon Lett on your team because he let a fumble go in the end zone? That's an asinine reason to give up on somebody. Okay, he made a mistake. Okay, it happens. I'm not going to castrate the kid's career because he jumped off sides twice. To me, those are aggressive mistakes. It's one thing if you're not doing anything. It's another thing, okay, he made mistakes. I just think, personally, you're not getting enough in your pass rush. Someone check that and make sure that he is an unrestricted. D. Ford, Luscious, thank you very much. Okay, that means he's unrestricted. Boy, I'll tell you what, man. If I'm Howie, I got Gardner Minshew. And I look at this. Don't the Carolina Panthers, don't they need a quarterback? I heard Barrett Brooks do this and say this earlier. And those guys were talking about it. What about Minshew, man? Tell you this, that front needs to pick it up a bit. D. Ford's on the street. I'd like to bring that kid in and see if that kid could play some ball still. I'd liked him. He jumped offside, so, dude, we're not talking about a kid who can't play. We're talking about a kid who made 2 dumb mistakes. I get it. Leon Lett made dumb mistakes. Okay? And maybe you do this. You send Gardner Minshew down to Carolina for one of those ends. Or would you even think about doing Christian McCaffrey? Putting him in the backfield, giving Jalen another weapon. Let's get over to our friend Barrett Brooks, Sports Take. Barrett, love the show, bro. I mean, I watch it daily. You guys kill it, especially you and D Gun, I think you guys have absolutely warped Rob, though. You've turned him into some dude. That's not the same guy that started that show, Barrett. Well, one thing still stays the same, Barrett. You're muted.
I'm always muted, man. It's my fault.
You guys have changed Rob, dude.
Bro, I don't know what's going on, man. I don't even know that dude anymore, man. I mean, he's one of the few now, man, that have tried to keep us real, but he's just all right. Just go now, guys. Just go. Just do it. Do what you're gonna do.
Hey, Barrett, what we were talking about, I took it off and I basically grabbed a couple of things that you guys were saying here. I'll tell you what, Mitch is a free agent at the end of the year. March 16th is when the new calendar year for the league starts. So as soon as the season's over, he's going to be able to go wherever he wants, and how he's not going to get compensation for this guy. As you get closer to the trading deadline, and you said this, I heard you say it, you went, that dude is not staying here. There's too many crappy quarterbacks in the NFL. He could start in Carolina right now.
Right now.
Could you use him right now to take one of those ends down in Carolina?
I like Brian Burns. And if they're going to have to sign some people under the cap now, good players, and he's a young player. He got drafted, at 19, first rounder. I think it was Florida State or something like that. He's averaged about 9 sacks. I think over the last 3 years, he has 29.5 sacks. He can rush the pass. They need something to get this defense going because, as you can tell, Gannon loves to let those guys eat up front, and because he has so much trust in the back end. So why wouldn't you go get a guy like him, man? I mean, even, Motus, what's his name? Motus?
Yeah.
Gross Motus?
Yeah.
From Penn State. Either one of those guys, get them under a good contract, get them in here. And, because you're going to have to pay Jalen in a minute. So why wouldn't you go out and get that? They are looking for – right now, Baker Mayfield is out. P.J. Walker is starting for the Carolina Panthers this weekend. I know he's a guy who was formerly at Temple. That was one of the former coach's guys. But is he ready to go in and play at a high level? I haven't seen him. I don't know. He didn't get drafted that high that I would say that I have a lot of trust in him. So why wouldn't you trade a guy like Minshew? Minshew has a lot of value right now, especially what's going on in the NFL. And Jalen seems to know how to protect himself. He's getting down. He's making sure he's not getting hurt. They're putting him in great positions, which he knows when it is to throw a ball away as opposed to taking a hit or taking a sack. So, I mean, if you're trying to get further, if you're trying to win now, it can go both ways. It can go like this and say, all right, we're trying to win now. We're trying to go to the Super Bowl. We're going to need a backup quarterback just in case Jalen gets hurt. I understand that. Would you go with Ian Book, former Notre Dame quarterback? Or do you keep Gardner Minshew here? And we know how he loves to get value. He loves to get value. He can definitely get some value out of that trade. And if you don't, I mean, what does Christian McCaffrey look like in the backfield if you get him there? Put him anywhere in that backfield. Yeah, he gets hurt, man, but maybe he's turned over a new leaf. Maybe
not only that, but he'd be sharing it with Miles, who's 4th in the league right now, Barrett.
Right.
You put that tandem in the backfield, man. He has that asset. Then you add a screen game. You couldn't defend that offense.
No way. I mean, you look at it, you got Christian McCaffrey back. They run 21 personnel. That means you have 2 good backs in the backfield, Christian McCaffrey, and you go out and bring in any one of the 3 backs. But, yeah, you have Miles Sanders back there. Pick your poison as a defense. How do you guard against whatever they want to do? They can pass the ball in that formation and they can run a rock in that formation. Both guys are blocked for each other. Man, that'd be a great combination. You're damned if you do and damned if you don't when you're a defense, when you're going against a tandem like that.
Barrett, do you agree? I don't know if I've seen, and I'm hearing people say poor quarterback play, but I'm going to tell you where I think this leads to. I have never in my years, in my short time playing and covering the league, seen more poor offensive line play in my life in the entire league. I mean, Barrett, I think the number one thing that the Eagles have the advantage on, it's not that they're not just the best line, they're the deepest line, and they benefit so much from that. How many teams have complete O-lines? 2 others?
Exactly.
I mean, am I right when I say that? It's like
Absolutely.
some of the worst offensive line play that it's really been in a long time.
I just look at that offensive line. Number one, it's the best offensive line in the NFL, bar
Yeah.
none. They run the ball when they want to run the ball. They can pass when they want to pass. They protect Jalen. Coach Stoughton has trained them guys to be great players. But then you look at the backups. They come in and they're almost seamless. Cam Jurgens may be a top 10 center in the NFL, but he has a top 1 or 2 center right there in front of him. That's amazing. You got a guy like Andre Dillard now. He's healthy. He's back on the roster. He's definitely a starter in the NFL at the left tackle position. You go Suapeta, strong backup guard that can go and play left and right guard. They have enough depth right now. They can play against anybody. They just brought up Josh Seals, one of their project guys. We're talking about a big, strong kid, like 6'5", 6'6", 320 pounds. They love these big, stout guards, man. With the guys they have front, Landon Dickerson right now is playing at an all-pro level. If he could just stay healthy and stay in the game the entire game, he is mauling people. I challenge anybody to go in there when he's playing on the field and see that he's not a top guard in the NFL right now. Play for play, he is mauling people. He is killing people. When he's in the game, he's a difference maker. What we have is a second team that won't win a game for you, but they won't lose a game for you.
Hey, Barrett, I call Jack Driscoll the best Swiss Army knife.
Right.
Offensive guard. He's not the greatest left tackle, left guard, right guard, or maybe even a right tackle. But I'll tell you what you have with that kid. He's a Swiss Army knife. You can use him anywhere, and that's a huge value.
That's huge value. That's more value than people are really giving him credit for. This kid can come in, and you don't have to worry about missing a beat. If he goes in at guard, he'll be a better guard than he is a tackle. But he's a very functional tackle. You won't lose games with him. And he reminds me of myself. I wasn't necessarily going to win a game for you the latter part of my career. I started my first 6 years of my career, and my second 6 years of my career, they labeled me a backup, and I couldn't get out of it. But, hey, I'll tell you what, I will never lose a game for you, and I would never win a game for you. But I was good enough that you would not notice that I'm in the game. And that's all you want from an offensive lineman. You don't notice that I'm in the game. You don't have to send protection my way. You don't have to change the offense when I'm in the game. All I'm going to do is go out there and fight tooth and nail, and that's exactly what Jack Driscoll is doing. So with that combination of backups and starters, this team is going to go far in the league. I mean, from an offensive standpoint, it's an ace in your back pocket to know that if you want to run the ball, you can run the ball whenever you want to, and nobody could do a damn thing about it. If you want to take control of the game, run 4-minute offense, nobody can stop you. Nobody has yet stopped you. The only person to stop this offense is themselves. They stop themselves. Foolish penalties, blocking down the field, illegal offensive linemen down the field, or maybe a holding call here and there. Those are the only things that stop this offense. They can create offense just by running the rock and running zone read. I tell you what, Jalen Hurts is carved his way out from being like a top 15, 14, 13, to now being right around 11, 10, 9, maybe even 8 in the league as far as quarterbacks.
You know what, Barrett? I threw this out there yesterday, and tell me if you agree or disagree. And I hear you say this all the time, and I'm going to ask you about the metric and how you look at him, but you're dead on. If you're looking at elite and you're putting that elite tag on guys like Allen and Mahomes, he's never going to be that.
No.
But you know what he is? He's maybe the most unique quarterback in the league, because what you said, watch this, that 155 yards he had against the Cowboys, I thought he threw for 300 yards.
Right.
They were so impactful. They were so impactful, right? Meaningful yards. We see guys throw 350, 400 yards sometimes, and you get killed 38-17, you're like,
exactly.
Yeah. But when I watch him,
Kirk Cousins,
great example, man. He goes around Dak Prescott, if you want to throw that into the conversation.
Exactly.
But am I right when I say this? When you're unique like this, there's been 6 different chapters in this book this year. The Detroit chapter, the Vikings chapter. What an absolutely impossible game plan to try to put together to try to fight this Eagle team. Do you agree? They're the alpha dog in every game they play, but you're the most unique in the league. That's how you look at this.
Well, he's done everything. He's ran and won a game against Detroit. Against a Minnesota team that's now 5-1. He beat them with his arm. They passed the ball for him. He had over 300 yards in the first half. Then he turns around. He runs the ball consistently against the top, not number one. I mean, not number two, not number three, but the top defense when they played him against the run in the Jacksonville Jaguars. Ran all, had over 200 yards on him. Running back had 135 yards on him. That's the best defense against the run when they played against them. They can win any way you want to do. They can go in there and get balanced. And everybody's talking about, oh, he's only thrown for maybe 4 passing touchdowns and he has 6 rushing touchdowns. Why didn't he have pass? When you look in the stat line, it doesn't say anything but touchdown. Okay, if he ran it, if he threw it, it doesn't matter. Just as long as the touchdown. And then the most important is the win column. That's the only stat you should be worried about. Right now, it says they're unblemished. They have the number one as far as, stat lines and where it belongs in the win column.
Barrett, how about this? Since the 2-5 start of last year, Shane Steichen as the play caller is 15-4. Do you think that he doesn't get enough credit when we're sitting there always talking about Gannon and the deficiencies on that side of the football? Here's a guy that you just said that Taylor made an offense for this guy. He was more tailored to build an offense around him because they've customized this offense and turned it into the Jalen Hurts offense. And that's Shane Steichen. Again, man, that's pretty impressive. 15-4 since he's turned into the play caller. I mean, that has to say something about, and I know Nick's involved in it too, but what's your take on that?
Shane Steichen has put his guy in a position where even the play selection that they're using, like on the last touchdown that they scored, they ran this play. They probably run this play about 5 or 6 times a game. It's a read option that has an RPO with it. And what it is the option, like their option in that end, and that's how they were trying to alleviate the pressure that Micah Parsons was having. They said, all right, if we can't beat him, let's read him. And that's what Coach said. If we can't beat him, let's read him. So we put him in a compromise. If you're going to crash down with me and allow me to, and I can't give the ball to the running back, then I'm going to pull it and I can run. But on the same play, they also have Dallas Goedert on that side of the ball. And what they do is they have him influence the in out, which keeps him outside so you can hand it off if you want to, but they want to score a touchdown. 4 times before that, they threw the pass, a little out route that influenced the in out to Dallas Goedert. And he's got up chunk yardage on it, 8 yards here, 5 yards there. And they were in the red zone. They were like 3rd and 5 or something like that. So they could have thrown it to him. Well, the defense understood that they wanted to throw it to Dallas Goedert, but they put a little caveat on it. On that play, they usually have the receiver come down and block the safety and crap block on him so you can get the ball to Dallas Goedert, and then he can take it up the field. Well, what they do this time to score, they act like Smitty's going to go down and crack that safety, but instead he flipped out, turned around, made himself available in the end zone, boom, a touchdown. That's great play calling because they broke down what the defense is trying to do to them. All right, they're going to go to Dallas Goedert. They double-team Dallas Goedert, which left Smitty all alone by himself. That's what you talk great game planning by the offensive coordinator, Shane Steichen.
3 last questions here for you, Barrett. Barrett, just to expand on what you're saying, to me, what I love what he's done also in customizing this offense, he sees what he has on 3rd down. I'll tell you the one play as a defensive guy that breaks my ass every time Hurts is on the field. Dude, there's not a 3rd and 12, 3rd and 8 that I don't think he's not going to get. I mean, every time I see him, and when you break the edges down like that, the way he does, I would rather have him do that because here's why I think they're winning also. It's a low percentage play compared to you throwing the ball at 3rd and 8.
Yep.
Let him take off. I mean, if he doesn't get it, it's 4th and short. You're moving the chains on field position. You kick the ball. There's nothing wrong with punting. It's part of field position.
And then people act like that's a travesty.
And it's not, because what they're doing is they're systematically, right, Barrett? They're moving you down the field.
They're flipping the field.
Because they're doing low percentage plays. They don't throw the ball plus 25. They keep everything underneath, and that RPO offense is protecting the football. I mean, I think it's remarkable. It's not so much the touchdowns that he has. It's the amount of turnovers they don't have.
Well, and it's also the amount of time that they keep the other offense off the field.
Yeah.
By keeping the chains moving.
Time of possession.
And when you're a defensive coordinator, how irritating is it that you have everything shut down. You shut down the receiver, you shut down the tight end, you shut down the running back, and then you have a quarterback who squats 600 pounds, goes out and bangs his way into getting a first down, and now they're keeping the sticks moving. You've done everything right, and he still makes you look bad because his ability to run the ball. He's quick, he's explosive, and he's strong as hell. That's what a lot of these quarterbacks, like Lamar. Lamar is fast, explosive, has a cannon of an arm, but he doesn't have that 600-pound squat that Jalen had. Jalen is he's the red zone back. You know, you say you want a red zone big back. That's exactly what Jalen is. He's the red zone big back that can actually throw the rock. And he has a little touch with his passes too. He's evolved and made himself better than what anybody else thought he was going to be.
Hey, Barrett, I think he's like the best passer in the history of like that Wildcat. I mean, I think this is the guy that everybody wanted the Wildcat to look like back in the day, but they never had the passing arm guy to manipulate the passing game. And I think it's kind of like a hybrid of that a little bit. Hey, 2 last questions here for you. Here's my only problem with the 6-0 start. Dude, finish these fuckers off.
Yes.
I mean,
yes.
You know what? I mean, Barrett, when you're on someone's throat and you see your D coordinator, he kind of does some good stuff in the first half. They make the halftime adjustments, pulls back, plays in that zone, takes the corners off. I mean, you sit there and you allow that weak zone in the middle, 20-17. Arizona comes back. All of them come back. Michael, thank you very much. I appreciate that. But am I right, Barrett? I mean, dude, you're on their throat. Kill them. Thank you, Michael. Appreciate it.
You got
Don't
to, man.
Don't you agree, Barrett? Close them out.
You can't let them stay in games because the more you keep them in games, the better they feel about themselves and they can come back, you know.
Barrett, what's a product of that, of not being able to close them out?
That they don't think that on first down, they get 2 yards or 3 yards.
Is it the coaches not adjusting to the coaches' adjustments?
No, it's more so this. All right, you run the rock and you go first play, you get two yards on it. Second play, you get 4 yards on it. Now you have to pass the ball. So they come out the next time, you only got 2 yards the first time, so you're not going to run the time. You're going to pass this time to make sure you stay on time. Don't do that. Continue to run the rock because it's the war of attrition. The more you beat up on that defense, the more it's effective on them because now they have to turn around and get themselves off the ground. They're picking themselves up. Keep running the rock. A second and 8 is not as bad as you think because you can run it again and maybe get 8 more yards. You have a first down with your running back. This offensive line is now going forward. They're getting all lathered up and they're ready to play more. They're getting hungrier. Keep running the ball, and I find it after they come back in after halftime that they stop running the ball because they want to build a lead because everybody's saying they're not building a lead. Well, keep running the ball, and you will do that. You got to have patience like you had in the first half, in the first quarter. Have patience and run the rock. Keep running the rock. Don't think that you have to score so much that you take away from what your offense is, and that's running the rock. That's what you do best. That's your ace in the hole. Continue to do that, and everything else will open up. Just because in the third quarter you feel as though you have to score, forget talking about me, forget talking about you. I don't care what everybody else is thinking. What I'm thinking is I've got to run the ball consistently. That's what it is.
Final question for you, okay? Jalen Hurts. You think the organization right now has decided that he's the guy for the next 7 years?
I absolutely think so. They found their goal mine. Look what I found. Look at my tour. This is a guy that I'm.
So this is like a Brady find in the 6th.
No question. That's exactly what it is. Look at what I got. Look what I found. This is my guy. We found this diamond in the rough. He's going to be my quarterback for the next 6 years. That's what they're thinking right now.
He's the next Russell. He's the next Russell Wilson, and how they found Wilson in the 3rd.
Absolutely. That's exactly what he is. That's exactly what he is.
Barrett, thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. I mean, hey, dude. I think it's going to be nuts in Philly this weekend, dude. I mean, bro, with the Phillies and the Padres, man. I mean, that thing's
unbelievable. Did you go to the games? Did you go to the games while you were down there?
I went to one of them. Check it out. So I was. Hey, wait a minute. Watch this. Oh my God! I can't believe how many Philadelphia fans are down on Market Street.
Right.
I was gonna wear this one on the air because I was the pre and post game show host for the Padres.
Oh,
then
I
said,
okay.
well, these maniacs in Philly would probably not really appreciate this, so I'm probably not going to do it here. So I'm not going to put that bitch on there. Hey, dude, I have never in my life seen a fan base invade. The Dodgers do a really great job when they come down to San Diego too, but there are so many Philly fans, man, rolling around and seeing Harper and Machado in that building. Dude, those two guys, they are a freak show. And that one thing that Sherbert hit, I've been to probably 100+ ball games there at Petco. And the Marine layer, Barrett, it's not conducive to hitting home runs. He hit that thing, and it looked like a BB getting out of Petco. I could not believe where he hit that.
Bro, it looked like he ripped the skin off that ball, man. He rocked. They say it was like his projection was like 120 miles an hour. Bro, that was ridiculous. But hey, they got to at least get 2 here. If they get 2 here, man, I think they win it, man.
You think this is 7? You think it's a 7 game?
No, if they get 2 here, I think they end it
6. They can win it in 6.
Back. Yep.
I think this is a 7-gamer, dude. I still think the Padres have a little bit more pitching, but a lot of emotions going on. Brother, I appreciate you doing this for me,
No question, man.
Thank
Thanks a lot, bro.
Much. Thank you, man. Hey, tell the boys I said hi, man. Thank you so much, man. I definitely will, bro. Right. That's our friend Barrett Brooks, man. I totally love that dude, man. He is such a great guy. Hey, don't forget our good friends at Morgan & Morgan, where the fee is free. Look, guys, if you're hurt or injured on the job, there's only one place for you to go. That is to Morgan & Morgan. With over 800 attorneys and offices in Philly, New York, and in Florida, Morgan & Morgan will be there to protect you and your family. Last 30 years, they have to the tune of $13.5 billion. That's what they do. Call them at 800-512-1600. That's 800-512-1600. The call is free. The consultation's free. And when you call Morgan & Morgan, tell them Dan Sileo sent you.
When choosing a lawyer for your injury case, you may ask, does the size of the law firm matter? Well, of course it does. The insurance company, they're huge with unlimited resources. And whether your case is big or small, they're built to bully you out of the money you're owed. But here's the good news. We're big too, the biggest actually. And we're built to fight to make them pay for all that was taken from you. Size is our strength. There's only one Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com.
Go to get your game on. Go for the beers. Go for the cheers. Go for the hit and the hits. Go for the stakes and the stakes. Go to get your parlay on. Go to get your party on. Go for the scene. Go for the screens. Go for the gallery. Go for the win. Go to Ocean. Visit theoceanac.com to plan your visit.
It's a fall car fest, and Jeff D'Ambrosio, Destination Downingtown, says, yes, you can. Jeff says, yes, you can choose from over 1,000 vehicles in stock with no wait. Yes, you can still get low prices, leases, and big discounts. Yes, you can still get low interest financing. And Jeff always says, yes, you can have a real deal buying experience without the hassle. When the other dealers say, no, you can't, Jeff says, yes, you can. Jeff D'Ambrosio, Destination Downingtown. Nobody treats you better. Jeep Adventure Days.
Score and save this football season on your car insurance. Before the next game, save up to 40% on your auto insurance policy. That's right, 40% savings. Call an Audible this season and contact the Del Val Insurance Group. They're an advocate for you, not an insurance company. That means they'll get you the right coverage and save you up to 40%. Call managing partners Fran or Jim of Del Val Insurance, 215-354-0122, or score and save at dvigi.com. dvigi.com.
Hi everybody, my name's Jason Lombardi. I'm an inspector at DryTech. At DryTech we offer 3 major services, the first one being basement waterproofing, the second service we offer is foundation and structural repairs, and then the third service that we offer is mold remediation. If you feel you are having a waterproofing issue, give DryTech a call or check us out online.
Over the last 17 years, we've built a reputation of growing award-winning teams across the country. Staffing is not easy, but that's what we do every day, all day. The key to our success is storytelling, asking the right questions to find the right people. Hi, I'm Gary Kane, president of Kane Partners. We want to be your staffing partner.
Big Sills National Football Show. Hit the like button. Boy, I got some bad news for you guys. Bad news, man. By the way, the Big Sills Power 10. Oh, by the way, did you see PFF had Jalen Hurts like the 11th or 13th or 17th ranked quarterback? They don't really have a lot of respect for him. But there was something that really kind of, there was something that kind of popped up here. And I'll just get your thoughts in. I was really enjoying reading Deshaun Jackson and how he said, Lamar, I've been sitting around watching you. I had a bunch of contract offers on the table to play. I could have picked a couple teams where I wanted to play, but I wanted to play with you. Gee. He wanted to play with Deshaun. Deshaun Jackson wanted to play more with Lamar Jackson than he did Jalen Hurts? Huh. All right. I guess so. Sills, would you build a team around Mahomes or Allen? Yes. Man, Deshaun Jackson wants to play more with Lamar than he did with Jalen. I don't know. I don't think a good look, but hey, I don't really think Deshaun Jackson has a lot left in the tank, but right now he's committing highway robbery, but hey, it's okay. Damn. Deshaun Jackson said, I've been watching you, Lamar, and you're the only guy I wanted to play with. Hurts is 13th in Pro Football Focus or something. 13th? Jesus. They got Dak Prescott ranked ahead. Dak, I think, is 7th. Dak is 7th. Man. Why would D-Jax not want to play with Jalen? Man, what a shot. Shit, Donovan McNabb doesn't really like him. Says he's 2-3 years away. Now D-Jax doesn't want to play with him. Man, that's not what he said. Well, no, what he said was I wanted to play with Lamar because of the deals I had on the table. I've been watching you, and you're the one I wanted to play with, and he chose him. How come he didn't pick Jalen? I'm sure the Eagles had something on the table for him. No, man, he chose Lamar over Jalen. It's not a shocker. Steve, 13th Pro Football Focus. The Bible of the NFL thinks Jalen's the 13th best quarterback. I actually had the kid third. Sills, you're a hater. No, PFF is. I don't think that guy's the 13th best quarterback this year. I think that guy's in the top 5. You could shake them all up, throw them into 5, except for the first 2. The other 3, you kind of can put them in order anywhere you want. I don't think he's the 13th best quarterback. You really look at Jalen Hurts and go, so far, 6 games in, Jalen's been the 13th best effort at the quarterback position. I don't subscribe to that. Okay? I do not. I think he's actually a top 5 guy, and he's in the race for the MVP. Hey, look at that. Wait a minute. I'm defending him. This is crazy. He chose the biggest offer. No, it's not what he said, JM. He said he wanted to play with the best quarterback, and he's been watching Lamar. If you read it, I've been watching you. You're the guy. You're the guy I want to play with. Now, he didn't say that about Hurts. He's probably going like this. I'll get 2 touches maybe. That's it, and 1 target. Out. Not happening. because seventh in passing and something else you guys will bring up. And Xander 72 touchdown passes this year. Something, I don't know. Okay. Dak at number 7 is completely laughable. He sucked in game 1, and now he's 7th. So wait a minute, let me get this right. Dak got better being hurt, and Jalen got worse going undefeated. How's that possible? That's some formula PFF have. Okay? Piss-ass football focus. Wait a minute. So Jalen got worse. And Dak got better not playing. Yeah, good. I got it. That's what he said. That's not necessarily the truth. The offers aren't made public. Oh, then okay. So now so D-Jax is a liar. So those people like you and PFF just makes Hurts play better and win, baby. Sills is a troll again. D-Jax blanking off Lamar because that's the team he signed with. Because he wanted to play with the better quarterback. He said it. Don't get mad at me. I'm the deliverer. Don't get mad at the deliverer. I'm just giving you the message. D-Jax is like, hey, I don't want to play with the guy in Philly, man. I'm not going to get a lot of yards. Kidding me? Shit, look at Quez Watkins. He's got 6 catches. How you doing? I bet that's going to work well during his incentives. Hey, where you at now in the bye? I got 6 catches. Hey, Quez, thanks for showing up. I mean, does Quez Watkins get his jersey dirty? Whew. Watch Hurts when he plays. Dak, you will say why. I think we'd put 24 on Tampa Bay's defense. Oh, really? You do you? That's a far cry from getting your faces kicked in 6 months ago. That's a big leap. JAKIB Sports, here is your answer. Chris Collinsworth is the owner and chairman of Pro Football Focus. I know. But everybody uses it, man. It's a standard. Jalen's the 13th best quarterback so far this year. Good night. It ain't Quez's fault. Agreed. Dak is overrated. You can say all you want. Dak's getting $42 million per. Ooh, how you doing? How you doing? Hey, how about this? I'll make a bet with you. I'll guarantee you this. Jalen Hurts will not make more per annual year what Dak makes. No way. So wait a minute. The only team in the NFL that would pay Jalen Hurts $40 million, $45 million is the Eagles. You put Jalen Hurts on the open market, no one's giving him $45 million. So if you think you send him to the Bears, he's going to turn the Bears around? With what? His really great O-line up there? His A.J. Brown, his Devontae? There's no Dallas Goedert and any of them guys up there. He'd be running for his life. Ain't nobody to throw to. He ain't changing that culture. Dude, I don't even know if Joe Burrow could change that. Well, then again, he did change. Well, they did have a bunch of good players there. Seals, you think if Dak loses against the Lions, they go back to Russ? Absolutely not. You don't go, dude, you don't do this. Guy making $42 million, you don't go like this. Hey, why don't you sit down a little bit? We'll play the guy who's making $1 million. Go ahead. Hey, Cooper, get in there. You think they're doing that? Dude, if you're paying them, you're playing them. Okay? Okay? It's okay. It's okay. I'm here to help. Big Sills, Power 10 NFL teams. Big Sills, Power 5 college football teams. More on the Eagles. By the way, are distractions starting to hit the Philadelphia Eagles? We're now making Christmas albums? Wow. Hey, ho, ho, ho. Ho, ho, ho. This is really great. What's next? We're going to see Kelsey and the guys on the red carpet? This is great. Top of the hour. Hit the like button. We'll explain. Keep it here on the National Football Show.
Go to get your game on. Go for the beers. Go for the cheers. Go for the hit and the hits. Go for the stakes and the stakes. Go to get your parlay on. Go to get your party on. Go for the scene. Go for the screens. Go for the gallery. Go for the win. Go to Ocean. Visit theoceanac.com to plan your visit.
It's a fall car fest, and Jeff D'Ambrosio, Destination Downingtown, says, yes, you can. Jeff says, yes, you can choose from over 1,000 vehicles in stock with no wait. Yes, you can still get low prices, leases, and big discounts. Yes, you can still get low interest financing. And Jeff always says, yes, you can have a real deal buying experience without the hassle. When the other dealers say, no, you can't, Jeff says, yes, you can. Jeff D'Ambrosio, Destination Downingtown. Nobody treats you better. Jeep Adventure Days.
Score and save this football season on your car insurance. Before the next game, save up to 40% on your auto insurance policy. That's right, 40% savings. Call an Audible this season and contact the Del Val Insurance Group. They're an advocate for you, not an insurance company. That means they'll get you the right coverage and save you up to 40%. Call managing partners Fran or Jim of Del Val Insurance, 215-354-0122, or score and save at dvigi.com. dvigi.com.
Hi everybody, my name's Jason Lombardi. I'm an inspector at DryTech. At DryTech we offer three major services, the first one being basement waterproofing, the second service we offer is foundation and structural repairs, and then the third service that we offer is mold remediation. If you feel you are having a waterproofing issue, give DryTech a call or check us out online.
Over the last 17 years, we've built a reputation of growing award-winning teams across the country. Staffing is not easy, but that's what we do every day, all day. The key to our success is storytelling, asking the right questions to find the right people. Hi, I'm Gary Kane, president of Kane Partners. We want to be your staffing partner.
Hour 2 National Football Show. It's your boy Big Sills. Please hit the like button. I know what some of you think of Big Sills. It's all good, man. I actually like it. And you know what I'd like Russell Wilson to do? Come a little closer. Dude, you need to be a little bit more of an asshole. Hey, man, the world's going great. God bless. Let's go, forward here. And, things will turn itself around. Yeah, we got a bunch of good guys here. And then, bro, everything's not going well. Stand up. Be a jerk. You're okay. Teammates are going to hate you. Just be a jerk a little. Okay? Look, I know your life is great. Sierra's all that. You got a Super Bowl ring. You got 2 NFC championship rings. But sometimes you got to put the foot down. We're playing like shit. Let's go. Let's kick it into gear. Bro, me saying it ain't going to go anywhere. You saying it will climb Everest. You got to sometimes do it, dude. Some guys just don't want to be the bad guy. Sometimes you got to be the bad guy. Brady screaming at his guys. That was so uncalled for. Jason Kelsey going like this. Okay, he goes, hey, you couldn't talk to me like that. Well, you've never played with a guy like that. So before you make that comment, have a little experience. You've never played with a player of that resume in your life. That's the greatest football player in the history of the league. So, it's easy to sit in Philly talking shit on Brady. Brady's got 7 titles, 10 conference championships. Easy, guy. Easy. You got what? Hey, your one Super Bowl and your one NFC title? You kind of get into the conversation. Brady's got 10 of them. Easy. Sometimes you got to be a jackass. Dank, I'm wrong? Who's he ever played with that in Brady's world? Who? Who has Jason Kelce played with that's at the same level of Tom Brady, the greatest player in the game? Who? Who's he played with? Wake me up when you come with that name. Kelce said Brady would please go on and watch I Am an Athlete and see yourself. Oh, okay, English, please. Nobody's hollering at me like that. Okay. Top 5 NFL teams, top 5 college football teams. Got to say this too. Speaking of Jason Kelce, here, I'll do it right now. Ready? I'm dreaming of a white Christmas like all the others of before, and make all your dreams. You don't know. Or Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose. And if you guys are going, what are you doing? Well, Jason Kelce, Jordan Mailata, and Lane Johnson now putting out a Christmas album. Yeah, these guys are like the Beatles now. This is pretty good, man. Okay? This is pretty good. Now you guys got, what are you guys, the Beatles? Dude, stay focused. Easy. 6-game start. We're doing Christmas albums. We're like, tooting our horn now. Hey, yeah. That's like the 85. This is like the Super Bowl shuffle, man. The Bears. Super Bowl shuffle. That's coming next? Jordan Mailata. He's going to be working at Oceans pretty soon. He's going to, every Sunday, he's going to try to get up there. I'm surprised he's not working this weekend at Oceans. Yeah, man. I'm going to go to, and this is Jordan Mailata and Lane Johnson for your new Christmas carol and your new Christmas special. Christmas time. Oh my God. I know the fellows are having fun. Philiopolis says, this shit is corny as F. You're damn right it is. You're a football player, dude. Act like it. Stay focused. Don't lose sight of what you're doing here. A lot of good things come to people, man. When the thing starts nice, it looks all good and shit and all that. Hey, making Christmas albums, people talking highly about you. You won 6 ball games. I'd relax here before we start putting out record deals and looking like you got the guy up in Denver. All those nice Subway commercials and everything that he's doing and everything. Bro, your team sucks and so do you right now. That's what happens when people start looking up and around. Hey, not saying it's, distraction. Probably not, because these guys are too good. And Kelce's too good a player. And Kelce's too respected in the locker room. If he thinks it's cool, it's probably cool. But there's other players on that team that aren't as experienced and don't have the assets and the equity to start doing shit. They see some of the veteran guys doing, and they always follow suit. Always remember this. If it's cool for Kelce, it's cool for me too. Because the veterans in your locker room set the tone. Oh, it's cool to do that? Go out in public? That's okay. Hey, can I go to strip clubs too? Is that all right? Hey, can I go to like dances and such and all this? I hope they stay focused, man. They got a lot of good things ahead of them. Sills doesn't like the success. No, I don't want to see anything deter it. Don't you, GT? Okay? How many times do we see things deter success? Once you take the eye off it, once you take your eye off the ball. That's all I'm saying. Don't cry for me, Argentina. See, I could be on the album. Don't cry for me, Argentina. See? Ebenezer Sills. I love that. I love that. It's killing him right now. 6-0. It's not killing me, man. You want them to fail. How do I want them to fail? I picked them to play the Bills in the Super Bowl. Ebenezer Sileo. Called it. I don't know what you called. Oh, this is a fun day, man. Holy cow. Bye week. Guys are doing this now, right? Yeah, let's put out some Christmas albums. Yeah, I'm ready to rock here, man. How you done? Okay. Hey, can I tell you without all the shit, just don't get ahead of yourselves. Just relax. Enjoy the season. I'm not saying not. I'm not saying, too, don't enjoy some of the successes that come with being successful. Absolutely. These guys should absolutely do that. Have no problem with it. But let's not get out of hand. Before you know it, you got a football team that already thinks that they won the Super Bowl when you haven't done shit yet. Hey, well, we beat the Jags. We beat the Lions. I mean, I don't know. I think maybe the Eagles have beaten more 1-5 teams than anybody in the league. I mean, Washington and Detroit are both 1-5. 2-9 between them. Congratulations. I bet that's a real big win on the schedule there for you. Woo, baby. Beat them two-win. Beat the Lions in Washington. Good night. Put out a Sills Christmas video. I like that idea. Dominique, you're soft, Sills. You don't keep your same energy when guests come on. That's because I don't try to insult my guests when they have a point. I'm not bringing them on to argue with them, Dominique. The people I argue with are you. That's your job. So I'm going to bring Jimmy Johnson on to argue with him so he'll never come on again. Pretty smart thinking, kid. You must have like a lot of friends. I'm not going to bring people on to have an argument. Hey, I want to argue with you. You have time today? 12 minutes? Come on the National Football Show. Shit, the only thing I do every time I get on here is argue with you. I don't need to argue with my guest. That's his opinion. My job's not to change his opinion. So insult us? I'm not insulting you. You insult me with some of your ignorance. Tell us what you think of us. I think you're fantastic. I think it's fun as hell every day. I look forward to it. Anything else? Hey, your $5 is in the mail. I don't know. What else? Viking and Dallas are top 6 teams, jackwagon. Dude, it was for charity. For me, Argentina. I can do it for charity, too. Come cry for me, Argentina. Hey, how do you get a role on this album? Can I audition? I'm going to send Milad and Kelsey an audition tape. Okay? Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose. And if you ever saw him. We weren't recording just as. No, nothing. Dude, the singing. Shut up, Xander. Yeah, enough. Don't like my singing? Are you crazy? My singing is wonderful. Put an album out. Shit, you don't have to be good today to be an artist, man. More people like bullshit artists today than they do actual artists. Let's see here. Who got him started? 215. What is that supposed to imply? Hurts is the Doc Rivers of the Eagles. I don't know what that means, but I don't think it's good, and I don't think so. Jalen's a good player. 155 yards passing. That's not really the story of that Cowboy game. Okay? I think he's playing very well. I really do. Again, I see America Got Talent in your future. Hey, GT, you know my favorite part of America's Got Talent are the auditions. Because you always look at that one guy, right? And he's doing the audition. And like Xander just said, well, you don't think I'm a good singer? Bro, you can't carry a note. The guy's like, are you kidding me? My mom says I'm great. I know your mom says you're great. But, dude, you couldn't work at a Hotel 6. Are you kidding me? Everybody at the Kiwanis Club loves my singing. I get it. Sexual Chocolate, right, man? And he's like, who's Sexual Chocolate? Coming back to America, anything here, can anything? No? Sexual Chocolate, drop the mic, nothing? Okay. Hey. I love that, man. I can't wait for the album to come out. What are you going to call it? I wonder what Kelsey and Mulata and Johnson will call it. What do they call it? The Big Fellas? The Big Fellas, Happy Christmas. The Big Fellas. Oh, my shower sounds like the Grand Opera. Sills will be performing at Oceans next summer. I doubt it. Only in the parking lot, parking cars, would I be performing. Would you trade Goddard for 200 pounds of ravioli? No, but 200 pounds of something else. I'm kidding, maniac. I'm kidding. Let me get into my top 10 NFL teams. The Three Stooges. Hey, really, I like this. What would you name the album with Kelsey Johnson and Mulata? What would you name it? The Three Stooges, A Christmas with Kelsey and Friends. Sitting by the fireplace. These guys just get up and start singing, snow in the back. A very Kelsey Christmas. I love that. Big Sills, the bye week has got you acting crazy. No. I'm having a good time. You ever had a problem with acting and having a good time? Oh, that's right. I forgot. It's America. You can't. Mulata and Jordan have a singing contest. A very Kelsey Christmas. You have such a beer laugh. It's a Corona laugh, thank you. The Three Meatballs. God, I love that. The Stoutland Band. The Three Tenors. I don't know if I see Caruso in there anywhere. Let's see. Yo, Big Sills, what up? What up, Fred? A Kelsey Christmas. And the guys are all in sweaters that match, Eagle sweaters. They're sitting by the fireplace. What's on your plate there, Jordan? I don't know, Lane. What's on yours? Have a happy Christmas? What do you think, fellas? You mean like that, right? Like a Bob Hope special. Oh, yeah. Hey, Forte, those three dudes ain't getting down any chimney. Can you imagine Mulata going down a chimney? I'll tell you that, huh? Could you see those three guys? They'd be the three biggest Santa Clauses in the history of God. Who's coming down the fireplace? What is that? Oh, my God. It's Hulk Hogan. Oh, man. Lineman with attitude. LWA. That's the new name for the group. Lineman with attitude. Jeremiah, actually, I am too kind of excited about it. I want to see what these guys put together, man. Hey, look, I'm just saying, guys, all kidding aside, let's not get sidetracked, man. Too many good things are ahead of this team. They got so much ahead of them. I don't believe it, but just keep an eye on it, We start seeing some of this other shit here. It kind of worries me. This is not a football team that's won a ton of games in the last 4 years. It's not. It's a football team that really is not accomplished in the last 4 years. It's not like they have anything to lean on. And beating Minnesota and the Cowboys, Cowboy win is a big one. But you know where I'm going with this. Okay? All right, let's move on here. The Big Sills. Power 10 National Football teams. Big Sills Power 10 NFL teams. Are you ready? Number 10, the New England Patriots. I think the Patriots are finding themselves with this Bailey Zappi dude. I'll tell you this, man. He throws a pretty nice football. He does, man. The offense looks way better with him. I don't know if Mac Jones gets his gig back. Bailey Zappi has got the Patriots winning. They look like a playoff team again. Okay, I mean, I think this kid's pretty good, Omar. Maniac, you hate everybody. Zappi's good. Number 9, the Indianapolis Colts. I think they're 3-3-1. Something like that in that conversation. Hey, man, every week. Hey, by the way, I think this Cliff Kingsbury guy is coaching for his job tonight. Okay? Honestly, man, I think he's coaching for his job tonight against New Orleans. He better win that game, or I think they fire him on Friday. That's a pretty good-looking job, too, if you know how to handle Kyler Murray and all this. That kid, man, he needs to grow up fast. No wonder they put all those study hall. Can you imagine this? They gave him a grammar school contract, Kyler Murray. Now, if you show up here for kindergarten, don't forget, if you come without your thermos and your lunchbox, you're going to sit in the corner, Kyler. Okay? And know this. Okay? If you're late to study hall, you're going to have to be in detention. The Arizona Cardinals gave that guy, that grammar school kid, a $245 million contract, paying him $46.1, and they got all these little things in there. Hey, if you drop your milk carton on the floor and not in the garbage can, you have detention. And by the way, if you don't have your homework turned in at 8 o'clock in the morning every single day, you're going to be fined your milk money. I mean, dude, can you be any more insulting if you're an organization towards a player that you call your star player in your franchise? So your franchise guide is treated like he's in kindergarten and he's in grammar school. Hey, man, kid, you got to study more. Hey, we're adults here, guy. Don't talk to me like I'm a grammar school kid. Yeah, you know what, man? We had to put a study requirement in there. You know, we wanted to give him $245 million. So the only way we feel good about it is that, we have detention and we have milk money and we have grammar school rules here. Okay, you got to put your chair under your desk. You got to put your pencils away and you got to put your protractor away. Okay, you got to put all your paints away. I mean, what else is this? What is that? Be like, dude, I'll break every one of those things. I mean nothing to me. Dude, right? He didn't clean the whiteboard off. That's detention, Kyler. Whew. Unbelievable. 8 p.m. sharp, right? You're not in here? 8:05 doesn't count, Kyler. Steve Keim's office. You have to go up. He needs a... Kyler, this is Steve Keim. Can you please come to the principal's office? Yes, thank you. Number 8. I got the Titans in here. One of the best run organizations. I love Peterson, the GM, Mike Vrabel, the reigning NFL Coach of the Year. I like this team, man. Hey, you guys were right in the end. You know what? You guys were right. The loss of A.J. Brown is a thing. It's a thing. It is. It's a thing. You're right. Okay? Number 7, the Baltimore Ravens. Dude, you got to play better defense. I think they're going to make a move. They'll probably try to get a secondary guy because they need some help back there, dog. They totally need some help. Their secondary's terrible. Number 6, the Gigantes, the New York Football Giants. I don't believe them. I'll say it to you right now. I do not believe them. I don't. I do not believe that they're that good a football team. I can't. And by the way, I know that this is probably a little bit unfair, but there's no way I will ever. The Jets would have to go 14-0, or the Jets would have to have a 14-2 record for me to put them in my top 10. I will never put a New York Jets football team in my top 10. It's not happening. The Jets have never had a top 10 team. And why this year? The Jets. JM 3-3-1? Yeah, because they play in the AFC. Oh, that's right. I forgot. 6-0. The best record means the best team. I don't think so. Steve, I think the Giants are phonies too, man. The Jets are better than the Giants. Really? Yeah, maybe the MILF Hunter. I don't know. I can't put a Jets. What are they, 4-2? There's no way in hell I'm putting a Jets team in my top 10. Fireman Ed. I can't get over that. Even Eagle fan would beat that guy up. Can you imagine Fireman Ed showing up at Lincoln Financial? They throw him off the upper deck. Fireman Ed. Here are your top 5 team. The Cincinnati Bengals, with the greatness and a franchise quarterback. And Joe Burrow. Number 4, the Minnesota Vikings, 5-1. They got schooled by the Eagles. They got schooled by them. Speaking of those Eagles, number 3, Jalen Hurts is my 3rd-ranked quarterback of the week. His Eagles are the 3rd-ranked team in the league. They're the best team in the NFC. Okay? Because the 2 teams ahead of them are in the AFC. Kansas City's number 2. Buffalo is number 1. Top 10 teams again. Big Sills Power 10 NFL teams. Patriots 10. Colts 9. Titans 8. Ravens 7. 6 are the Giants. 5, the Cincinnati Bengals. 4, the Vikings. 3, the Eagles. 2, Kansas City. Number 1 is Buffalo. Number 3. Look at this. Steve goes, we're better than Kansas City. You really believe that Jonathan Gannon is going to outmaneuver and outduel Andy Reid in a clash of minds? Really? You think that? And really, I feel pretty more comfortable with Shane Steichen versus Spagnuolo. Okay? The D coordinator in Kansas City. I feel pretty good with that. That's not that far-fetched. He could do a good job on him. But Jonathan Gannon versus Andy Reid. Really? And, hey, wait. And Mahomes? Okay, yeah, sure. That sounds right. We have a better old line. Yeah, but you don't have a better quarterback or coach. And you don't have a better tight end. You got a better old line. Well, the guy that's the quarterback and wears 15 is twice as good the guy you have. 2017, Colts beat the Chiefs. Oh, it just keeps coming, man. Yeah, and you guys beat 2 shitty 1-5 teams. Relax before you start putting matchups. Well, this team beat this team. At least they're winning teams. Winning teams beating winning teams in the AFC? Really? Shocker. Stunning. Winning teams beating winning teams. They don't play 1-5 teams on their schedule, Buffalo and Kansas City. There's nobody 1-5 on their schedule. They play Baltimore, Miami. They go back to back like that. Kansas City. Now they got the 49ers coming up. Your defense. Okay. Well, we'll find out when you play Mahomes and one of them dudes. We'll find out if you're lucky enough to get to the Super Bowl. Big Sills, the Eagles are 6-0. Put some respect on our Eagles. That's no cakewalk being 6-0. Well, let's take a look at that. That's a good point. Okay, 1-5, Detroit. The Jags are now 2-3. There's 3-8. Since you guys want to go 6-0 with me, let's see here. Washington is 1-5. 13. Now it's 4-13, this record. Oh, whoa. So you've beat it. Hold on, this looks better. The Vikings are 5-1. Look at this. Washington and Arizona's 2-4. 9-14. There's 18, 11. Then the 4-2 Cowboys. That's not that bad, actually. 15-20. That's not that bad. That's not that bad. I'll tell you this. That probably matches up with a lot of the teams in the NFC anyway. Because there's just not a lot of good football teams in the NFC. Here, let's do this. Yeah, hey, 15-20, Maniac, that's not that bad, dude. That's not that bad. I would even say this. I would go here with you. Let's take the Eagles out of this conversation for a moment here. Who's the second best team in the NFC right now, you'd say? Who's the second best team? Washington's 2-4? Okay. Who do you think the second best team in the NFC is? Minnesota? The Giants? Get this. I only have 3. I've got 3 teams. I didn't realize that until right now. I only have 3 NFC teams in my top 10. Eagles, Vikings, and Giants. The rest of them are all AFC teams. Not the Niners, Dallas, the Vikings, Tampa. Think about what you guys are saying. Jags not that bad. 15-20 is not a bad record. That's not a bad record, man. It's not, because, there's not a lot of good football teams in the NFC. So it's a valid point. Hey, I can't help these teams suck. That's not my issue. You're right. AFC's better. We understand this because they got better quarterbacks. But 15-20 after 6 for an overall record? Yeah. That's not terrible. I thought it was going to be worse, actually. 16-19? That's not horrible, and it's not bad. Okay? It's not. Okay? It's not. Okay? But wait a minute. West Virginia. They beat Dallas. That's not fair. They beat Dallas and Minnesota. Those are 2 good wins. To me, they're 2-0. 6-0, those other teams, I'm not hanging my hat on 2 1-5 teams and saying that we really played well. Because they didn't play well against one of those 1-5 teams. Albeit it was week 1. Get it. Okay? Not bad, man. 16-19, sure. Okay. 16-19. But look at what we were saying here. Look at this for a second, though, guys. Watch this, man. Vikings? Man, the Eagles could beat that team. They did. The Cowboys? Okay. The Eagles beat them. 49ers? That would be they kind of look a lot alike. right? They kind of look a lot alike. But look, as we start to go down, Rams suck. The Packers, I think you guys are going to be totally favored in that game when Green Bay comes rolling into Lincoln Financial. What would you say if you were 3-3? Well, 3-3 against that schedule, I would say you had problems. If you were 3-3, you had problems. Because those are not good football teams you've played except. And by the way, Cooper Rush, I told you, man, I'd be shocked if he could score 20 points, and he couldn't. I said 28-20 just because it's an NFL game. But I kept saying it to you on Friday. I don't know how this guy scores 20 points. I don't see it. I said it to you the whole time. I do not see how they're scoring 20 points. I don't. Sills could sell sand on a beach. I was a stockbroker. How you doing, Junior? Sills, what did you eat for breakfast and lunch? I don't eat breakfast and lunch. Okay? I don't need it. 49ers offense would flop against us. Yeah, I think. Deebo Samuel? Really? Who's going to cover him? Hassan Reddick? Hassan. Yeah. Dude, step it up more, Hassan. Get off the bus more. It's funny. People go, he's got, wait a minute, he's got 4 sacks. And yeah, but you know what's funny about that? There you see him. There you don't. There you see him. There you don't. I sometimes I miss him on the field too because he's such a little guy. Basil's got me on penny stock. Now I'm over the counter, brother. Rush was 5-0 in starts, and people were all about him until he met the Eagles. I said he sucked from day one. He's Cooper Rush because he's Cooper Rush. I never bought into that shit. Cooper Rush. The Giants cut his ass. He's been cut numerous times. He's 28. He's Cooper Rush for a reason. No, but he's on the Cowboys. I got it. The guy's on the Cowboys, so he's the second coming. We shut Jefferson down. You think we can't hold Debo down? You did it last year. Logical much? Oh, yeah, that's right. I could see Jonathan Gannon out-dueling Kyle Shanahan. Yeah. Bro, let me tell you this, man. That guy, Jonathan Gannon, dude, a high school coach could outthink that guy's system. Well, I'm going to really play great in the first half. Then I'm going to lay off and be soft in the second half. Keep everything underneath. Dude, you're about as predictable as the sun coming up every morning. Jonathan Gannon is now becoming predictable. He's predictable. He's got trends where you constantly see every time, and you know what he's going to do. He's going to try to get home a couple times on some Fangio stunts in the first half. They're going to adjust. The Eagles have the lead. He's going to play soft zone. What happens? The quarterback, no matter who he is, look at the bums you've played, bring you back into ball games. That's why Cooper Rush has the team at 20. Cooper Rush has the Cowboys within striking distance at 20-17. Cooper Rush. It's not because your players suck. It's because your coordinator sucks. Your coordinators blow. He's predictable. He's predictable, and we have the most forced turnovers. That's not Jonathan Gannon. That's player production. That's not Gannon. Yeah, we have you think Gannon gets the credit for a guy getting an INT? This guy plays the same defense every game. There's nothing special about his defensive scheme. Nothing. His players. You think the system beat up Washington, or a shitty O-line and players performing out of their skull in that game? Well, the Jonathan Gannon system, I don't think so. I don't think so. Birds of Prey, Sills, how can I get an autograph ball? Talk to my agent. I don't, man, I do that occasionally. By the way, I'll show you something. I got to do this. Okay. Guy just sent me this. Guy just sent this. So I sent him, I'm going to send him back this. Picture of Big Sills. And look at this thing here. Pretty cool, huh? Guy just signed it there, and I sent it back. I promised him I would send it back. He had to give me $50 though, and I donated it. I sent the picture back for him. Yeah, I take the $50 and I give it to a charity. The Big Sills Power Reading Charity. No, I'm kidding. If he doesn't get credit, then what the F? Would be great criticism. Player accountability, my friends. Thank you, Maniac. You're awesome, man. Okay. Corona charity. Xander, not nice. Not nice. And you know what? For the holidays, we'll do some stuff. I don't know. Hey, watch this, guys. If you guys want any kind of memorabilia signed with Big Sills, tell the Krauses to get a hat and shirt. Tell them to make it. Big Sills. And we'll do that for the holidays. Pressure them. Oh, Big Sills. Love the show. One of a kind. You guys are fun. It's a bye week. We're having fun. Hey, by the way, pretty awesome series going on between the Phillies and the Padres. And I mean it. When I had Barrett on last hour, dude, there is a ton of Philadelphia fans in San Diego. I know they've all headed back for the weekend. Holy cow. Dude, man, every hotel was filled with Philly fans. They were everywhere. Market Street. I haven't seen more fights down on Market Street since the Marines stopped coming to San Diego. Okay? Love the idea, Sills. Big Sills, love the show. Thank you. $50 goes to Seafood Diablo. I'll pay an extra 30% for a little pasta sauce on the shirt near the collar. No, man. Dude, if you ever get pasta sauce and it drips, fire your wife. Pasta sauce is not supposed to run. I tell my wife that all the time. My grandmother's sauce never ran. Okay? Perfect. Wonderful. Amazing. Unbelievable. We're going to get Philly 500 back on. Yeah, I think LB thinks that I'm a little too harsh on Jalen Hurts and all the things that go on with the kid. Jalen's getting there, though, man. He's getting there. He's getting there. He's getting there. He is. I do want to, hey, we all agree Howie's going to make a move. All right, let's do this. Let's take a break. Please hit the like button here. Big Sills here, National Football Show. Hey, guys, we have our friends at Morgan & Morgan here. We've been telling you now about for over, 5-6 months now? Do me a favor, guys. Please give them a call at 800-512-1600. That's 800-512-1600. They're the number one casualty law firm in the country when it comes to protecting you and your family if you've been hurt or injured on the job. Over 800 attorneys and offices in Philly, New York, and in Florida. Make it so when you call them, you know they got your back. No case is too small. They will not be intimidated. Call them again, 800-512-1600. That's 800-512-1600. And when you call Morgan & Morgan, do me a favor. Tell them your boy Big Sills sent you.
After a car crash, the big insurance companies you see advertising on TV, they may try to downplay your case and might say it's only a fender bender or it's just a herniated disc. I worry that some law firms fall for this BS. Not us. We put ourselves in your shoes and ask, what would it be like to be in your pain for the rest of our lives? $1 million wouldn't be enough for me. There's only one Morgan & Morgan. ForThePeople.com.
Go to get your game on. Go for the beers. Go for the cheers. Go for the hit and the hits. Go for the stakes and the stakes. Go to get your parlay on. Go to get your party on. Go for the scene. Go for the screens. Go for the gallery. Go for the win. Go to Ocean. Visit theoceanac.com to plan your visit.
Welcome to Pond Lee Hockey. We've helped over 100,000 injured and disabled workers obtain benefits, as well as some of the biggest settlements in the state. If you've been injured at work, give Pond Lee Hockey a call.
It's a fall car fest, and Jeff D'Ambrosio, Destination Downingtown, says yes, you can. Jeff says yes, you can choose from over 1,000 vehicles in stock with no wait. Yes, you can still get low prices, leases, and big discounts. Yes, you can still get low interest financing. And Jeff always says yes, you can have a real deal buying experience without the hassle. When the other dealers say no, you can't, Jeff says yes, you can. Jeff D'Ambrosio, Destination Downingtown. Nobody treats you better. Jeep Adventure Days.
Over the last 17 years, we've built a reputation of growing award-winning teams across the country. Staffing is not easy, but that's what we do every day, all day. The key to our success is storytelling, asking the right questions to find the right people. Hi, I'm Gary Kane, president of Kane Partners. We want to be your staffing partner.
Hit the like button. National Football Show. It's your boy Big Sills. Please hit that like button. We appreciate everybody coming aboard as you always do. So they're going to put two on the field this weekend versus Pittsburgh. Hope it works out. Damn, I'm lying. Damn, I'm lying. God. Damn, I'm lying. Richie. Right? I know. Really sad. Here's the truth. Why gamble? You're going to put that kid on a football field where he made a public comment this week. I don't remember being taken off the field. That was a month ago. You feel comfortable putting him on the field with the best pass rusher in the NFL, in the sport, and one of the best defensive minds, and Brian Flores, and Mike Tomlin. You feel okay with that? You feel, here, you know, my wife said something to me about this Tua story, and she's right. Guys, let me ask you this, okay? If you were a head football coach and your doctor came to you and said one of your players was cleared to go in, but you saw him in a hockey position like those guys get knocked out on the ice, how would you handle that? Oh, the doctor said it's okay. So I'm going to put him back in. Or would you do this? I've seen too many injuries in my days coaching. You ain't playing, son. Well, wait, the doctor cleared me. I don't give a shit what the doctor said. He's not, and I have more experience on being around injured players with head trauma injuries than that guy has. I've seen players get concussions for the last 50 years of my coaching. Doesn't it get to a point where the coach has to do this? I know the doctor cleared you, son, but as a human being, don't you do this? Tua, I can't in the right conscience put you back out there until I'm comfortable with it. I'm not going to be the cause of me putting you back out there and you having a catastrophic injury. Yeah, but I've been cleared. I don't give a shit. Prove it. You would have to prove it to me. Because you know what this ends up being? This is not just a concussion case. This is being a human case. Okay? Yeah, when you look like Eric Lindros after Scott Stevens just knocked the shit out of you, okay? And you got Lindros laying in the logo, and his feet and hands are up, and you're going to put that guy back in the game the next week? I don't know, man. I don't know. Who was the coach of that team? Mike Keenan? I forget. Are you going to put that guy back in there? And I mean, doesn't it have to come down to this? Hey, man, I know the doctors cleared you, son, but I'm your coach. I don't feel in the best interest, man, and I feel guilty putting you back out there until I understand it more. I'm not playing you. Even if we lost, don't you got to do the right thing? Right? Because you feel comfortable putting him back in. Dude, it's got to get to a point where it can't be about dollars and cents and Amazon on Thursday nights. Okay? Hey, Michael, do you know what's funny? I talked to Scott Stevens about that hit on Lindros. He had warned him 3 times. Keep your head up. Keep your head up. He kept telling him. Niedermeyer did too. They kept telling him, hey, Eric, keep your chin up. Keep your head up. Scott laid him out. After the 3rd time, he told him 3 times. Okay? He told him 3 times, man. Don't bring your head up, man. It won't be good. And it wasn't. Almost killed Lindros right there on the ice. Terry Murray, that's right. Way to go, Steve. Thank you. You think Tua will get another chance in Miami? They're giving him a chance on Sunday. He's going to play against the Steelers. It's like the movie Any Given Sunday. It's got to get to a point, though, Lucius, where you go like this. I got to be a human being. I can't put the kid back in there. And get this. Rage, I know I sound like, get this. I know, Don BBJM, you're right. Hey, Rage, I know I'm sounding like rainbows and butterflies. World is great. Common sense reigns over ignorance. You're right. I'm sounding like a do-gooder. I'm sounding like, you're right. Because it doesn't work like that. Oh, the doctors cleared him? Dude, your owner's going to come down and go like this on you. Hey, who told you to go against team doctors? He's a doctor. You're a coach. Don't ever do that again. And the coach won't work in the business again. You can't go against team. This is the position the doctors are in with the head coaches. The head coach knows not to play that kid, but the doctor says go ahead, and the owner pays him. So what do? You got to play him. That's why the league has got the issues they have with head trauma injuries. There lies it. The owners don't care. You think Stephen Ross gives a shit about Tagovailoa? He's still trying to figure out if he's the guy or not. Well, I don't know if he's the guy. This guy just had a massive concussion. And dude, what the frightening thing about that whole thing is, you know what the frightening thing is? Tagovailoa had no problem going like this. I don't remember being taken off the field. Man, I don't know about you. But that just doesn't go good with me. I don't know. Okay? I just don't know. Fitness goes, all we could do is pray for him. Jameson, it is, man. Hey, as much as I want to say this, Jameson, watch this. Man, I hope Tua rebounds, wins the job. Everything is great for him in his life and his family, and he's healthy. We know. There's not a guy watching this show or a person watching this show, from Xander to me to you to everyone. You know how the Tagovailoa story is going to end, don't you? You know it. Aikman left the game. Young left the game. Warner left the game. Favre left the game. And dude, you couldn't hit that guy with a chair. All with concussions. These guys are like fighters today. This is the modern fighter. These quarterbacks and these NFL guys. Dude, I see it more than you ever thought. Guys losing their memory, guys not knowing where they are, guys have to carry, get this. You know that I've fallen down and I'm hurt and they got a beeper. Some of these guys have those beepers, so they keep track of them where they are. It's sad. The modern day player doesn't fear it now, but it will happen. Dude, you pray for Tua? That's all the league can do for you. Wait, that's all the fans can do. And that's all the NFL owners want to do. Hey, I hope he's healthy. He knows what he gets into when he signs up. Yeah, well, my problem would end up being this. Well, don't tell me it's something else. And it's a back injury. What's a back injury? Really? Hurts only has 2 INTs in 6 games. Why isn't anyone talking about that? Because they're only talking about the 6 touchdowns he's passed for in the first 6 games. Because, right? He doesn't really throw a lot of deep balls. Then again, Brady didn't, so he's only get 2 turnovers. Dan, can you compare Winston to Hurts stats this year? I'll take a look at it. Imagine being Joe Biden at 35. William goes, Jerome will never be forgotten. I'm glad. I thought I saw you say something that you had a chance to meet him. When you meet Jerome, you know it. And it's lasting, and you'll never forget it. I hope it ends good for him too, man. Sills, do you watch UFC? I do. Hell of a card this weekend. My wife is more of a UFC. And Dana's kind of a friend of mine. And I've talked to him a bunch of times. And I've been invited to a couple fights that Dana's had. And Kim and I have gone. Okay? Sills, another shot at Hurts. That's not that hard, man. Like I said, when you're talking Josh Allen, lobster, crayfish. Lobster, crayfish. Joe Burrow, lobster, crayfish. You're going to pay somebody $45 million and you're going to so regret it. Whew. Is all your footballs on the wall flat? No, the one on the right, man. That one took a beating. But hey, GT, that was a 13 tackle game, though. 1 sack and 3 pressures. How you doing? That was a 13 tackle performance, though, by Big Cells. I'll pay you a bonus to inflate that ball. I don't want to hurt it, man. Xander hates that ball up there. Dude, are you kidding me, man? Look at that thing. 13 tackles, 1 sack, 3 pressures. It was against Cincinnati. God, I can only hope Jason Kelce was on that team. We beat them 45-13. Big Sills killed that team that day. They said, holy shit, look at this guy. 13 tackles, a sack, 3 pressures. I left bodies all over the field that night. Really? 13 tackles. I have actually the media guide, too, if you want to see it. Sills, you think Shannon Sharp would be better than Kelce if he played today's NFL? No. No. Did Lane Johnson have a concussion? That's a good call there, too. On checking up on that. Xander hates the football on the wall there. That's deflated. That's the first I had heard this. That's the first I have heard this. Sills, what happened towards the end of your career? Well, Brandon, it was in Canada, and I was playing in Vegas for the Las Vegas Posse. Okay? I had 4 games in. Oh, by the way, I'm an alum of the CFL. So I played in the CFL, the World League, the NFL, the Arena League. I played in 4 leagues, a total of 7 years. And get this. This is exactly what happened. I'm 34 years old, I think, 33 or 34. My wife comes walking in. Man, I'm in bad shape, man. I'm in bad shape. I mean, dude. And plus, when you play in Canada, I had to lose a ton of weight because the field's longer and bigger. It's a lot of running. Anyway, and they liked me, man. I've showed you this before. I mean, I've showed you guys this before. I think you'll dig this. Here was a Saskatchewan offered me, get this, wait a minute, check this out. So Saskatchewan offered me a 3-year deal. The Toronto Argonauts offered me a 3-year deal. I ended up signing with the Posse because you know why? See, look, all these deals, got the money in there. I wanted to play for Ray Myers. And he wanted me to play at SMU. And I always wanted to play for him. And I said, you know what? I'm going to play with him. Ron Myers, excuse me. I wanted to play for him because he wanted me at SMU. And I was like this, you know, man, Ron, I'm going to play for you. He's like, that's great. They gave me a bonus. But then get this, at the end of the day, man, my wife comes walking in. How you feeling? I'm 34 years old. And I'm like this. I don't know. She goes, you think it's about time? I looked over at her, man. I said, it is. I walked in the next day and said, I'm done. They go, what? You're starting? I go, I'm done. I can't do it. At least I walked out on a team instead of having been thrown out. I just went like this. I got to go, man. I really like playing in Vegas too, but I said, I got to go, man. I can't do it anymore. That was the end of me. That was too much. I said, I had to go, man. By the way, man, when you look in the mirror and you go like this, shit, I wish I had done more and stayed and been a better teammate in the NFL, done all the things I needed to do. I would have stayed in the NFL. Okay, do you know this? Back in the day when I played, there was 47 guys on the team. That's it. Now you have 69. I'd have played 15 years today. 69 guys make an NFL team today with the 57? And then, 20 or 19? You get on your practice squad? You get 69 guys today. Bro, when we played, it was 45, 47 guys, man. No, it wasn't like that. They didn't hide you, bro. They didn't hide you, man. Want to know is if there were any players in the CFL that could make it in the NFL. Well, Warren Moon's a Hall of Famer in both leagues. All right, we're going to reset. Doug Flutie did play in both leagues. We're going to reset. Top of the hour, hour 3. Keep it here on the National Football Show.
Go to get your game on. Go for the beers. Go for the cheers. Go for the hit and the hits. Go for the stakes and the stakes. Go to get your parlay on. Go to get your party on. Go for the scene. Go for the screens. Go for the gallery. Go for the win. Go to Ocean. Visit theoceanac.com to plan your visit.
Welcome to Pond Lehocky. We've helped over 100,000 injured and disabled workers obtain benefits, as well as some of the biggest settlements in the state. If you've been injured at work, give Pond Lehocky a call.
It's a fall car fest, and Jeff D'Ambrosio, Destination Downingtown, says, yes, you can. Jeff says, yes, you can choose from over 1,000 vehicles in stock with no wait. Yes, you can still get low prices, leases, and big discounts. Yes, you can still get low interest financing. And Jeff always says, yes, you can have a real deal buying experience without the hassle. When the other dealers say, no, you can't, Jeff says, yes, you can. Jeff D'Ambrosio, Destination Downingtown. Nobody treats you better. Jeep Adventure Days.
Let's go 200 JetX slug up.
Over the last 17 years, we've built a reputation of growing award-winning teams across the country. Staffing is not easy, but that's what we do every day, all day. The key to our success is storytelling, asking the right questions to find the right people. Hi, I'm Gary Kane, president of Kane Partners. We want to be your staffing partner.
Hour 3 National Football Show. It's your boy Big Sills. We're going to play a game here in a minute. I'm going to need your help. Okay, we're going to play a game here in a second. Hey, this guy Shane Steichen, you got to start giving him some love. We keep repeating this number, 15-4 since he's been the play caller. How you doing? Good for you, kid. Good for you. Him and Stoutland have been the two best coaches so far going into the bye. Ain't been your coordinator. Your head coach has been pretty good. Your head coach is going to get all the love for it, but your offensive run play coordinator and Jeff Stoutland and your offensive coordinator, Shane Steichen, these guys work well together, man. It's a really good tandem, and it's well done. Okay? It's well done. Let's do this here now. By the way, I'll give you my top 5 college football programs, but I want to play a game here for a second here in hour number 3. I did this in the offseason. Would you take Jalen? I'm going to go Jalen versus the field. Let's see how this looks. Jalen Hurts versus the field. Hurts, the league. Let's do this here. Jalen Hurts versus the league. You ready? Here we go. Would you take Jalen Hurts over Josh Allen? One for the league. Would you take Jalen Hurts over Zach Wilson? I would. Jalen Hurts. Sills had Al Bundy numbers that day. Thank you very much, Had. Would you take Jalen over Tua Tagovailoa? Hurts. This is Hurts versus the league. Would you take Jalen over any one of the quarterbacks in New England? Look at this. This was different this summer. Only one quarterback in the AFC East would be better than Jalen. That's Josh Allen. Well, it's pretty consensus that many people think he's the best quarterback in the sport right now. That shows you right there just some of the progress he's made and what people think of him already. Let's move this down here. AFC West. I think we run into a little bit of issues here. Would you take Hurts over Patrick Mahomes? That's the league. Would you take Jalen Hurts over Justin Herbert? No, you wouldn't. You wouldn't. This is nuts. This is nuts. Herbert doesn't win enough for me. He's in the AFC, and he's in second place in the West right now. Watch this. You ready? Would you take Jalen Hurts over Russell Wilson? I want to see this one. Would you take Jalen Hurts over Russell Wilson? Look at Philly. I plead the fifth. Ray says all day. In a heartbeat. Bro, you're right. Wow. I would never in a million years have said that before the season. I'm talking right now, Junior. How about the kid Carr in Las Vegas? I'll tell you what, man. Jalen Hurts is holding up against the league here. Way better than I thought out of the gate. I started in the toughest conference. Wait till we get to the NFC. He's 4-3 right now against the league in the AFC. Would you take him against Carr? Yeah. I'll take Jalen over Carr in Las Vegas. 5-3. I can't tell you how shocked I am. The North. No. I'm not taking Jalen Hurts over Lamar Jackson. Okay? Lamar Jackson's second year starting in the league. He was the most valuable player, and he led to the NFL in touchdown passes. And he went for 1,400 yards, and his team won 15 games. Jalen may do some of this. He ain't leading the NFL in touchdown passes with 6 now. He's not. Lamar. Joe Burrow. So now as we're here, it's 5. I would take quarterbacks over Jalen, and 5 I wouldn't. Pretty good, man. Shows you where he stacks up in the league here, and especially in the AFC. I'm pretty shocked. Would you take him over Deshaun Watson? Absolutely not. Would you take him over anything in Pittsburgh? Who would have thought that? 6-6. 6 teams you wouldn't. 6 teams you would. Would you take him over Ryan Tannehill? Yeah. Would you take him over Matt Ryan? Yeah. Would you take him over Trevor Lawrence? Xander, would you take him over Trevor Lawrence? Jalen Hurts? I'm going to go like this. You know what? I'm going to say yes. 9-6. Favor of Jalen. 9 teams. You would take him over. So maybe there is a market for this guy. I'm actually learning something myself here. I'm turning a market into Jalen Hurts right here for if the Eagles and what they're going to be negotiating against. The Texans, 10 for Hurts, 6 no. So there's 6 quarterbacks in the league you wouldn't right now, but 10 you would. He's got a market. Let's go over to the NFC now. This is going to be even more frightening. Wow. You guys are right. He has a market. Would you take him over Daniel Jones? Yeah. Would you take him over Dak Prescott? I would. Over Wentz. 13-6. Would you take him over Garoppolo? Don't say he's done more because he hasn't. It's not true. But, and he did beat Jalen last year. Of course, he beat everyone. I don't know about this one. I don't know if I could take. How can I take him over a guy who's 41-19? Rocked his way to 2 NFC championship games. How can I do that? Okay. I'll say yes. Matthew Stafford. No. Geno Smith. Yes. This is crazy. Kyler Murray. Yes. Kirk Cousins. Yes. Aaron Rodgers. He's 39. I would. The Bears. The Lions. I got 20 teams that he could take the job of right now. Brady. Brady's got half a year left. Falcons. Saints. Panthers. 24 of the 32 NFL teams. Think of that. Only 8 quarterbacks in the league that you would contemplate keeping instead of signing Jalen. My friends, Jalen Hurts continues to win. You've got 25 teams potentially out there. I don't believe the Jags would move off of Trevor Lawrence, but you know what? We're talking here. Who would you take here? Got to tell you, man, that's quite a little. That thing was nowhere near that close when we did that exercise in the offseason. I mean, you're taking the places now of Aaron Rodgers, Brady, and Russell Wilson. You're adding that to the demand. How about this? How many quarterbacks right now in the NFC would you start your team? Here, do it this way. How many NFC teams would you start your team with that are currently in the NFC? Think of the quarterbacks. Would you start your team with Matthew Stafford at 35? I don't think so. Would you do it with Brady and Aaron Rodgers? No. Who else? Who in the NFC would you start your football team with? Jimmy Garoppolo? Dude, the issues in the NFC are magnified by Brady and Rodgers not playing well. And Stafford. you may have a situation where Brady and Rodgers don't make the postseason. And Stafford, Brady, and Rodgers might not make the postseason. Who are the postseason quarterbacks going to be? Kirk Cousins? Jalen Hurts? Dak Prescott? Who else? Garoppolo? That's not a historical list of names that's going to make that conference look any better. I never realized how actually shitty the NFC is. He's not a top 5 guy in the league. He's not. You're not taking him over Burrow. You're not taking him over Mahomes. You're not taking him over Allen. You're not. You're not taking him over any of them dudes. It's not happened. Lamar Jackson, you're not taking him over that. Nobody in his right mind's going to say that. Dude, they're talking $250 million in Baltimore. Nobody's talking $250 million in Philly. He doesn't do enough things to get $250. Well, he wins. So does Jimmy G. AFC is stacked with talent. Geno Smith is in a playoff hunt. How could you ask a question, then say, we're not? I don't know what that means. Dallas was ridiculed for paying Dak, and now the Eagles should just pay Jalen because he's 6-0? No, Matthew, I do not agree with that. Dak Prescott and Kyler Murray are not $46 million quarterbacks. But in the NFC, I don't know. Dude, I'm not paying that money. I'm not. I'm just not. Top 5 scheme-wise in the NFL. I don't know what that means. Thank you, Maniac. Tell you what, though, dude. Jalen's carved out a market. He's got, here, I'll tell you this. If he went into the open market, Philly, he'll get the most. I personally don't see Jeffrey Lurie and Howie Roseman. What's the cap going to be on quarterbacks? What's the tag? 35, 37? Jesus criminy. Even if you franchise tag them, it's 40. It's crazy. I know that I have to, come into today. Here, I want to give you guys the greatest example. Hey, Maniac, you're going to love this. GT, check it out. So, guys, my wife goes like this because, I told you somebody stole our rent-a-car, and my wife had, her Chuck Taylors in there. She wears Chuck Taylors, even though I think she's a fascist because she wore black Chuck Taylors. She's like, why am I a fascist? I said, red, white, and blue are the only colors that you can wear with Chuck Taylors. Pinks and all this other shit. That's not Chuck Taylors. Okay, Chuck Taylors are red, white, and blue. Okay? Everyone knows that. And so I go, yeah, they're about $15. She goes, think again, dummy. They're $70. I went, what? She's like, yeah, I hear you talking about quarterbacks all the time. You think Chuck Taylors are still $15? I went, yeah. She's like, they haven't been $15 in 30 years. I was like, wait a minute. Those canvas Chuck Taylors are $70. Those shitty constructed shoes are $70. She's like, yeah. I go, hey, man, that's a ripoff. She goes, no, what the dumb thing is that you're so stupid that you think you live 40 years. You're still in a cocoon. Dude, she goes like this, guys. You need to get out more, Sills. Chuck Taylors ain't $15. I'm like, dude, my wife's constantly going like this. I still sound like I'm talking like 20 years ago. It was 2 years ago, 1 year ago. I can't believe. She goes, $15. So you think Chuck Taylors, Converse, are $15? Yeah, I go, yeah, $15.95, man. I used to get them every year. They're shitty made. They're $75 today. Big Sills is stuck in the 70s, bro. I'm with you, man. Oh, GT, really? I love Chuck Taylors. Matter of fact, I need to get, well, then again, I'll have to go to the secondhand store because I ain't paying $75 for maybe what I'll do is I'll send the Krauses a wardrobe bill. I'll do what Seth does. Cup of coffee. Cup of coffee at the airport, I'm sure, is on that expense list. Oh, man. Hey, right? What's on the expense list? I can only imagine from Phoenix to Philly. Oh. Dan, if you tag Hurts, Dan, if we tag Hurts, draft a quarterback, let him battle it. No. There's no reason for that. You're wasting picks. Dude, I'm in a position right now that I'm not drafting a quarterback in the first round. I agree with you guys. Okay? I agree with you. I'm not drafting him in the first round now. I mean, I'm not getting a guy. I'll do a dude in the third, fourth, and fifth, somewhere in there. And maybe land on a guy. You're going to need a quarterback because Minshew's leaving. Okay? It's okay, Krause got deep pockets. Yeah, but they got zippers on them pockets. Oh, man. Hey, he's smart. That's for damn sure, brother. We have the New Orleans top 3 pick. No question about it. Sills has seen the light. Hey, wait a minute. I completely agree. He's played himself into my. Hey, now he could go backwards here too. He could go backwards here. I think that right now he's played himself into a position where, get this, I'm not drafting a quarterback top 3 rounds. No way. Okay? I need another edge rusher. Your boy Hassan Reddick, man, he gets on the bus, gets off the bus. He gets on the bus, gets off the bus. Josh Sweat hasn't done as much as I thought he was going to do. I thought he'd pick his game up a bit, but it's too sporadic. It's hit and miss. Every single one of your defensive linemen are hit and miss. And I got to do this, guys, and I didn't want to have to do this. Fletcher Cox again. You know, how many guys were telling me, Sills, you see him the other day? How good was Fletcher playing? I know, he's playing good. Had 2 good games. He was doing really well. I told you this, though. Let me see him string it together. He can't. It's nothing on him. He can't. He's not washed. Okay? He's not finished. He's not any of that. He's a good player still. He's solid. He ain't $14 million, though. Fletcher Cox has played his last year in Philly. Unless he comes back and takes half that salary. And guess what? That still might not be enough to keep him on the team. He's not a $7 million a year guy even. I pay him $5. You want to stay on the team? Here's $5 with incentives. You want to continue to ride it out, tire an eagle? I think they'd be open to that. But he's not very productive right now. Fletcher Cox is not very productive. And you know who hurts the Eagles? Big Mac Davis. Big Mac Davis. I was thinking about that last night. Jordan Davis. His new nickname is Big Mac. Okay? His name is Big Mac. Might want to try a couple of them McDonald's salads, man, instead of them Happy Meals. Because if he got his ass in shape and he was able to play more, how come every time when I watch him get into the game, the Eagles are very productive on stopping the run. Then when he gets out of the game, the Eagles give up a couple of them big gashing runs. Okay? Why? Big Mac Davis. Quarter pounder Davis. Dude, it's kind of funny, but it's not. Davis isn't in playing shape yet. Hey, Adam, it is week 6. Okay, it is week 6. You know, you're hoping that the guy would have maybe found a treadmill on the way to the NovaCare Center. Holy cow. I'll take the extra fries and 2 Big Macs and a number 6. Give me a number 6 along with a number 3. And you want to throw a quarter pounder in there too. It's all good. I don't care. I'll eat it on the way to practice. Big Mac. Breaking Quest has requested a trade. The speedster wideout is tired of no targets, not getting the ball. Hurts is ruining Watkins' career. Hey, West Virginia, just in. He may have requested a trade. No one heard him. No one heard him. Hey, I'm requesting a trade. Who are you? Oh, you're the guy with 6 catches? Yeah. Go report on your cowgirls, Mr. Jackson. This guy's washed. Washed up, has been. Yeah, I know he is. Fletcher Cox is. No, he's not. He's not a washed up guy. He's not. Davis isn't playing because of money, not conditioning. Okay. So wait a minute. Howie comes in there and says, you got to pay the $14 million guy and the $12 million guy. Could be something to that. You got $40 million lined up. Or let me see. Wait a minute. You got $30 million lined up and your 2 defensive tackles. How you doing? Wentz lit $128 million on fire. I'm fine with Fletch grabbing a few million from us. Super Bowl 52. That's Xander. So Xander's now, I can't wait for this. So when Big Sills plays 20 years and I don't have anybody watching my show anymore at the end, because I was a good guy, he's going to go like this. I don't mind if I grab a couple $1 million off me, Sills. By then it'll be there. Sills, it's all right, man. You know, I'll pay $5 or $6 million at the end. You know, you're only getting 4 people watching, but it's all right. I'm sure that'll go well with him. I'll remind him of that too. I'll remind him about 20 years from now, Xander, you know, Big Sills has done well. I got 4 viewers. You're paying me $5 million a year. Hey, man, you know, you okay with that? You know, I heard you talking about Fletcher like that. Yeah, Sills, I'm all right. Well, God, I got something to look forward to now. I don't have to work hard. Hey, you know, I'm good with Fletch, you know, having a commemorative retirement fund year, you know, it's kind of like a victory lap. Hey, congratulations to you. Here's $14.5 million. You know, I'm sure that's exactly how the owners think. It's Fletch. Fuck it. Here's $14 million. I don't think so. Sills is a good guy. Is like Chucky being a good guy. Who the F is Chucky? Please, you'll have to help me because, you know, my reference points at times are a little off. Hurts is getting $240 million over 6 years, 120 signed. Yeah, okay. Yeah, right. Yeah, good luck. Dude, don't sign that deal. You'll regret it. You'll regret that. $240 million for Jalen Hurts, you'll regret that. Remember I said that. You'll regret it. I said both teams, Rams and Eagles, would regret Wentz and Goff, and they did. Because you had more time to look at the evaluation. And you jumped the gun because you were such in a hurry to find your franchise guy. And get this, Wentz played amazing. What's this? Wentz played better in 17 than what Jalen's playing. Jalen Hurts ain't playing better right now than what Carson Wentz played in 17, and you know it. Get this. He was Josh Allen. He was Patrick Mahomes. And he was doing that in a time when Rodgers and Brady were in the league. And he was playing them. Hurts ain't outplaying what Wentz did in 17. and you feel comfortable giving a guy $240 million when you got a guy on your team that didn't even outplay what Wentz did in 17. Wentz threw for 30 touchdowns. The guy was 11-2. Jalen Hurts has 6 touchdown passes. Let's see what he did that year. Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz stats. He ain't outplaying him. Carson Wentz in 13 games had 33 touchdown passes. Your boy will never sniff that. What are you, high? Wentz in 17 was 11-2. 33 touchdown passes. 7 picks. And his QBR was 101.9. Carson Wentz won't see 33 touchdowns. He may see 33 touchdowns over collected 3 years, but he ain't going to see it in 1 year. He's got 6. He's on pace for 17. Hurts has 6 for 6 games. Okay. Hurts is on pace for 30 touchdowns. He's on pace for 17 passing touchdowns. Yeah, but the running ones don't matter. Okay. Well, if you're considered a running offense, and you are, then okay, I get it. Don't consider yourself a boomer number 7 and then 87 touchdown passes, according to Xander, and 1,400 yards. Hurts has a rating of 104. So you actually think that Jalen Hurts is playing better than Carson Wentz in 17. Look at how many liars are out there. Look at how many people are lying. Your hatred for Wentz is, I understand, but he's not outplaying Carson Wentz. He's not. Really, when you look at Jalen Hurts, you think he's having a better year than what he did in 17? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. No way. No. Hurts still isn't the passer. Dude, Wentz still has numbers where he's putting it up. He just sucks in decision making. Andrew, thanks for coming aboard, being a new member. Thank you, my friend. 17, Wentz lit it up. Thank you very much, Andrew. 77 touchdown passes, 5,800 passing yards. It's quite remarkable. Wentz had a great 17, but took chances all the time. And that's the problem I had with Josh Allen, too. If you're going to count Hurts' rushes, then you have to count Wentz's rushes as well. I didn't. Quarterbacks running, quarterbacks that get the ball in the end zone in the air are the ones that make it to these Super Bowls. That's Nick Foles. But Hurts can handle the pressure to produce better than Wentz will ever. That's not what I said, Ray. That's not what I said. I said 17, Wentz had a better season than what Jalen's having right now after 6 games. He went 11-2. It wasn't like he sucked. He was 11-2. Who'd they beat that year? Let me take a look at that. Who'd they beat that year? Carson Wentz stats. Who'd they beat that year? Because look, quite frankly, Jalen's beaten Dak Prescott and Kirk Cousins. Let's see who they beat in 17. Okay, here's 17. Who did they beat? Okay. They beat Washington. They beat Kansas City. They beat Mahomes. Oh, they lost to Mahomes. They beat the Giants, the Chargers. So they beat Phillip Rivers. They beat Arizona. They beat the 49ers. They beat the Cowboys. They lost to Russell Wilson. They swept the Giants that year. Did they lose both times to the Cowboys that season? No, they split. Then in the divisional game, they went 14-3 over the Falcons. They went 14-3, beating the Falcons. Then they beat Minnesota. Then they beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl to go 16-3 that year. Pretty damn good run there. It's a pretty damn good run. GT doesn't want to admit it. Jalen Hurts ain't out playing Carson Wentz in 17. He is playing MVP football, though. He is playing. He is. How many games Wentz played in 17? 13. 11-2. It was 11-2. Got you right to the doorstep. Then your boy took him home. Man, West Virginia. He goes, and it's not close either. Nicholas goes, the Rams were the only elite team. That was golf too, right, Nicholas, if I'm going back that far? Hurts is a high-end Alex Smith. No way. Alex Smith was pretty good, but no. Come on, man. You're not giving the guy the proper respect that he deserves and what he's accomplished. And again, 6-0. Now, let's do something fair here with Jalen. He is 11 wins out of 12 games here. He's won 11 of 12. I mean, that's not just 6-0. He's won 11 out of 12, okay? He's 11-1 in the last 12 regular season ball games. That has to amount to something. So if we're just looking at 6-0, again, I don't really think the Eagles have played anybody in the last 2 years. And when they did, they played them elite quarterbacks last year. They lost to every one of them. Okay? Hurts hasn't beat Dak. It's not his fault he wasn't there for that Sunday night game. William goes, Big Sills. It's a great day because we're still alive and well. Amen. There we go with my least favorite word, potential. Potential is Hurts' strong suit. You know what you say every time you do that, JoJo? Potential means you haven't done it yet. Okay? Let's talk about game 13. Okay. Isn't that the game that he was going for the end zone and he blew his knee out against the Rams? Got up and played, then finished it and walked into the locker room? I don't know. I'm all right with that. Let's take this take at game 13. He'll probably have by 13 touchdown passes by then. He'll probably be lighting the sky up like a 4th of July over the Hudson, right? Chesapeake Bay, baby. He's going to light it up like fireworks over Chesapeake Bay. You don't have any more damn potential after being in the league 5+ years. You are who you are. I don't know. I think you can continue to get smarter. Does that make sense, 215? You can continue to get smarter with continuing to do your homework. Brady does this on a daily basis. He continues to do this and get better and better and better and better. You know what I'm saying? So, okay, maybe 13 passing TDs and 13 rushing touchdowns for a grand total of 26. Did Foles have 26 passing touchdowns in one season and 2 picks? Steals another shot at Hurts. It must be because of his great passing arm. When he's 10-0, then he's proven himself. Gee, don't you want 10-0 to mean something? Like a Super Bowl trophy? So you think 10-0 matters? Well, then why are people mad at Aaron Rodgers? Let's take a look at what Aaron Rodgers has done. Let's see, 13-3, 13-3, 13-4. There's 10, 9. And this year he's 3-3. Let's just add this one. He's 3-3. He's lost 3 straight. So let's do this. Aaron Rodgers in the last 55 ball games has won 42 of them. He's won 42 of 55 games, and his team's 3-3 right now. What were you saying? He's 42-13. Rodgers is just not a very good postseason. Well, neither are a lot of quarterbacks. 99% of the NFL has an easy schedule this year. Boy, they sure do if you're in the AFC or NFC. Sileo, what are you known for? Will you ever be in the Hall of Fame? Answer that. Mr. Jackson, no. I won't be. I will never have a gold jacket. What am I known for? Having one of the greatest shows in the history of sports that people are afraid of. That's what I'm known for. That's what I'm known for. Look it up. Geno, hey, that's a great take, brother. Hey, Monster, Geno Smith is having success in the NFC this year. That's pretty much all you need to know. Showtime, he's known for stirring the pot. I don't like that moniker. D Gunn loves that. I don't. I'm more of a stable guy, and I don't really like to stir anything up. That's not my nature, stirring anything up. Even though Michael Parsons got mad at me earlier in the week, hey, I'm not one of them kind of guys. Dan is a real voice. That is what he's known for. Thank you, man. Pretty nice. Sills ignores the dumb comments, brother. So, hey, it's all – hey, dude, I love the dumb comments. You kidding me? I make enough of them myself every day. Are you kidding me? How many dumb comments do I make a day? No comment from you, Xander. He's also known for making lists. That is a fact, Showtime. Hit the like button. Keep it here on the National Football Show.
Go to get your game on. Go for the beers. Go for the cheers. Go for the hit and the hits. Go for the stakes and the stakes. Go to get your parlay on. Go to get your party on. Go for the scene. Go for the screens. Go for the gallery. Go for the win. Go to Ocean. Visit theoceanac.com to plan your visit.
Welcome to Pond Lehocky. We've helped over 100,000 injured and disabled workers obtain benefits, as well as some of the biggest settlements in the state. If you've been injured at work, give Pond Lehocky a call.
It's a fall car fest, and Jeff D'Ambrosio, Destination Downingtown, says, yes, you can. Jeff says, yes, you can choose from over 1,000 vehicles in stock with no wait. Yes, you can still get low prices, leases, and big discounts. Yes, you can still get low interest financing. And Jeff always says, yes, you can have a real deal buying experience without the hassle. When the other dealers say, no, you can't, Jeff says, yes, you can. Jeff D'Ambrosio, Destination Downingtown. Nobody treats you better. Jeep Adventure Days.
200 JetX logo.
Over the last 17 years, we've built a reputation of growing award-winning teams across the country. Staffing is not easy, but that's what we do every day, all day. The key to our success is storytelling, asking the right questions to find the right people. Hi, I'm Gary Kane, president of Kane Partners. We want to be your staffing partner.
Big Sales National Football Show. Got out to a bumpy start, and here we go, baby. I love it, man. Hey, nothing can detract Big Sales. Ever. Because I am a thinker. And I'm here for you. Dude, Xander, I'll tell you what, man. What's this? Button 6. You know, what's it today? What's today? Thursday? That's button 4. He's got my buttons, though, too. Don't kid yourself. We got kind of a really weird relationship. He knows he's got the button tray on me, too. He knows where to go, too. Okay? So do I, man. Okay? The Corona laugh again. 8 minutes. 8 minutes is the Corona laugh. Jalen Hurts is the Eagles franchise quarterback. Ah! There he is. Okay. You can get me on that one every day, man. Good luck to you. I hope to God you guys enjoy yourself with $45 million with 17 touchdowns every year. Oh, my favorite one is this one, though, Xander. I don't care. What's this? I won't tell you who said it, but I don't care how he gets the touchdowns. I don't care. I just don't care. Running touchdowns and passing touchdowns, I mean the same. I don't care. I hate it when I hear it. I don't care. Enjoy your night. Extra garlic bread, baby. You the man. Thank you so much, man. Look at Jay. You're a crumb. Dude, 85. That's a great take, man. Bradbury, CJ. Nice, Andrew. Thank you very much, Maniac. Dude, CJ, that is a great topic for tomorrow. I have the topic for tomorrow. I totally do. Holy cow. You gave me a great topic for tomorrow. Thank you, guys. Wow. Got to go through the entire roster tomorrow. By the way, tonight's game, New Orleans, is it me or is Jeff Bezos talking about maybe a Jerry Jones, Dak Prescott buyer's remorse? New Orleans and Arizona are on tonight? You're kidding me, right? Okay. That's correct. I mean, dude, Major League Baseball's postseason. The Padres in the Phillies series is outstanding. High drama, man. I love what. Hey, by the way, let me tell you a little story about your boy Bryce Harper. As I said, I worked for the Padres. And if you remember correctly, after they signed Manny Machado from Baltimore, they were in negotiations with Washington to try to bring Bryce Harper also to San Diego. And they had a contract worked out. The Phillies came in, parachuted in, and I think if I'm not mistaken, didn't they give him 12 years instead of the 10 years? Machado got $30,300,000. I think he got $300,030,000 a year. And I think if I'm not mistaken, Philly gave him 12 years, and I think he's got $34 million, if I'm not mistaken. Hey, Jay, it's all good, man. But they were trying to get those two guys. And then Harper goes, no, man, I want to be a Philly. Dude, he enjoys being a Philadelphia Philly. And it's cool to watch. I know he's trying to get Mike Trout to be, a Philly too. Dude, don't be shocked if Mike Trout doesn't end his career in Philadelphia. I think he does end his career in Philadelphia. I think he ends his career in Philly. He's going to end it with Harper. But look at what A.J. Preller did, man. Dude, I'm telling you guys, if they had that kid, Fernando Tatis Jr., along with Juan Soto and along with Machado, plus the pitching staff, Yu Darvish, the kid they got from Tampa, I mean, the local kid, too, is a pretty good pitcher. Dude, the Padres have done some crazy shit. Then this kid, Hader, looks like Hader 4 years ago when he was in Milwaukee. A.J. Preller's put a hell of a baseball team together. I think that shit goes 7. Could care less about baseball. Debbie, it's a pretty good story on what the Phillies did, though. They blow out Joe Girardi. They put this guy that nobody knew from anybody, put him in charge. He's 3 games away from going to the World Series. I don't know. That's a story. That's a story. He's been the best manager, or at least on the best run that a manager's had since Manuel. So, I mean, I don't know. Long gone are the Ryan Sandberg days, at least for a bit. Okay? I mean, this guy here, man, he's done a really nice job. Was it $330 for 10? I thought he's making annually 34. If I remember, because something came in at the end and the Phillies just outbid the Padres, but they made a bid for him. Okay. I think Sills hates my comments. I don't hate your comments, brother. Okay. So here, this is what we do tonight. This is what we do tonight. You ready? Always root against the Saints. Am I right? Always root against the Saints tonight. Who's your pick, Phillies or San Diego? Told you, man. Look, they gave me this. I threw out the ceremonial first pitch. It was one of the worst. Please don't Google it. I don't want to hear any shit on my Twitter about it. It's the worst first pitch in the history of first pitches. I did it against the Diamondbacks. It's terrible. Oh my God. Please don't do not go looking for it. But I got a nice plaque and everything. Okay. Xander. That was absolutely pitiful. Almost fired you when I saw. Dude, it's the worst in the history of first pitches in the history of God. What's better for my show? Phillies. Yeah. Dude, I think that Kingsbury saves his job tonight. And I think he ends up saving his gig. New Orleans gets beat, I think. Is it worse than 50 Cent? It's worse than 50 Cent. Dude, please don't look at it. I don't want to hear any shit about it either over on my Twitter page. It's absolutely terrible. Guys, I appreciate you guys coming aboard. Tomorrow's a football Friday, going into a great weekend. Great weekend in sports, also in Philadelphia. Xander, thank you so much, my friend. Guys, you've been awesome. A lot of fun today. It's in a bye week. So we have fun in a bye week. Till tomorrow, 3 to 6 Eastern. We'll see you on the flip side.